Nandan, Abhinandan, Swagat hai. So it's day 2 of week 8, and our heart is filled with gratitude. And when we are in that state, every moment feels like a celebration. So this is the week of celebration, also little bit of retrospection and um, getting into the heart, knowing the feeling. Give some time, some space to um, absorb what has happened in past few weeks. So as we completed 3 weeks of practice yesterday, um, and the 3 prayers were in the heart, and the discussion that we had yesterday, it was so immense that last night when I went to bed, I just felt this deeply, that the prayer that I'm doing for myself is true for everybody walking the path, whether they are in spiritual world or not, they are whatever they are doing in that way. So when I see God's perfection in his creation, I do see the nature, and there's a bigger picture that where people are along with us, and they are giving us company um, in giving experiences of life where the true wisdom blossoms. So that gratitude was a little bit different from before, uh, accepting their perfection as they are. And the same prayer and gratitude was given to the God, felt with heart. So today we will be covering week 4 and 5, gratitude prayer, and your own practice. You have to go through your own sequence wherever you are. If you are doing Hindi practice and this one also, then you might be on day 5 or 6 maybe. So continue doing that and allow yourself to soak, absorb, feel, express this week. The activity workbook is a blank space where you can journal that flows through you. So today we have Nehaji here to guide us on this journey of week 4 and 5, prayers and summary. Welcome, Nehaji.
Thank you. Thank you, Preeti ji, so much. And very heartful welcome to all of you. It's been such a beautiful experience together. And we are here in this review week, an opportunity for all of us to reflect, introspect, and be grateful for whatever we have received in this journey. So far, in terms of wisdom, that is not just in books, but it can be lived in our day to day life. So, till now, we have understood already how to center ourselves in the heart, feeling all those divine qualities of God. And we have practiced these to feel these God qualities in quiet time as well as in our daily life. So, otherwise, it was such a thing that how do I feel the God qualities in the day? But we have step by step we have come to this learning of feeling God qualities in the day, in our life, wherever we are. Then we also briefly understood our connection with the whole creation, and that happens with this lovely connector called love, right? And this feeling called love. So we began to see that we are not isolated beings. We are connected to the whole. We are connected to a larger intelligence, a larger field of love, the unified field. And through that connection, we also started experiencing our higher self. Higher self is that seed part of us which is always connected to truth, love, and complete knowledge. So, this understanding we gained, and the higher self is always guiding us to unite us with our own divine nature, our God qualities, and our true state of love. And we all have seen how it happens. And some of us may have received a clear sense of that constant presence of higher self. Some of us may be still figuring out the signal, the name, and that is perfectly all right. We are not We are not really missing out on anything. We are and have always been connected with our higher self. As long as you feel that presence, as long as you feel connected within, that is good enough for now. And this is a process of refining our perception. So, as our heart becomes more quiet and that mind chatter slows down and awareness is more active, then everything will slowly fall into place. So, all is well. We also learned safeguarding ourselves, and such a nice word Babaji gave us, safeguarding. And what do we safeguard? We safeguard what we already have, right? So we already have our divine qualities, and we just have to take care of that. We just have to safeguard it. And through that chapter of safeguarding, with the safeguarding tool, we learned that our existence is not limited only to our physical body. We also have an aura, a thought field, energy field. And as energy beings, we are very receptive to whatever is vibrating around us. So, to safeguard that feeling of love, peace, the divine nature we had started resonating with, this chapter gave us that practical tool to observe our changing states as we move into certain environments like illness, negativity, or in the crowd somewhere, and gently just come back to our center using this aura cleaning tool. So, like Preeti ji reminded, in your personal practice, whatever sequence you're following, please revisit the chapter and read. When you read, you'll see a definite change in your understanding of a higher self name, your connection with creation, and also about this auric field. It'll definitely change. And it has been so much, it has been a big shift for us as well. As we read the chapters, we reread and reread. We have read it so many times, but still we are learning something new. So today also, when I was reading the chapters, so many new things uh, were coming and the perspective was getting clearer and clearer. But this time uh, you have your activity book, you have your journal. It will help you to track your progress. It will help you to see whatever you have learned. And how much did we connect with the first chapter? What blocks have we cleared? Were we able to relate to the name that we got? Were we able to relate to the signal that we got? That helps us to see how much we are connected to or attached to names, and it helped us to release those attachments. So these are the small things, that small shifts that we should notice, that in the when we are in the most busiest state of mind, what gets us back together, that is our higher self telling us to center. How did we feel the presence? So are we able to recognize these simple little shifts? Then we are making good progress. Then we came to this chapter 4, speaking out universal truth. And here we were not only asked to listen to our thoughts, but also recognize their nature. We learned that the mind just keeps speaking from fear, doubt, planning, always between past and future. But the higher self speaks us through in a very simple language and very universal truths, basically. And we will learn when we do specific communication also in the future chapters, that it will never be an instruction manual telling us that you do this or you do that. In this chapter itself, it is said that no prophecy, no such predictions will be given. No simple universal truths will be given. so which will be applicable to everyone, but also very, very appropriate to what you need in life. Whatever situation, whatever concerns, or wherever you are in life, those truths will help you. So this chapter asked us to specifically become, quiet enough to hear that truth. We were told to, create an environment where we can concentrate on hearing this truth, and we are brave enough to speak it out, because when we speak it out, then we begin to recognize the difference between the mental chatter and the guidance of higher self. So here the main practice was whatever we receive as a universal truth, we live it through our attitude, our choices, our actions during the day. And in chapter 5, dealing with uninvited influences, it was an extension of our understanding of the aura. So earlier we may have just understood aura as an energy field around us, but in this chapter, we began to see it more practically, that our aura is connected with the thoughts, emotions, fears, memories, and vibrations that we are already carrying within us. So, if my field is filled with love, clarity, peace, then I naturally remain more connected with my higher self. I am more in tune with my higher self. But if my field is open to my worries, my fear, anger, exhaustion, or any such thought patterns, then my state can get clouded very easily, because what I am, I attract. So this chapter helped us to observe those sudden shift, suddenly feeling heavy, irritated, fearful, those kind of states were mentioned, and we were told to look at it as a signal, to pause and check that is this something coming from inside, or it's something that I have attracted unconsciously. So it taught us to not be fearful of the uninvited influences, but identify it as, something in my field is clouded, and I need to take care of it because I want to stay connected with my higher self. So we learned this new line was added, that I send love to all thought forms around me. So today we will go through these beautiful prayers related to the practices of week 4 and week 5. And from the lens of these prayers, we will look back into the chapter. And these prayers, now that you know that they are not just words, they are like those small capsules of the chapter. So when we read them slowly, they remind us of the whole teaching, the practice, the inner shift that each chapter was trying to bring. And all of it, whatever we have gained, all of it matters. So whenever we read, we will not read these prayers mechanically, just not do a simple reading kind of exercise. When you are in your quiet time, connect with each of these prayers personally. Let the words touch your own journey, because I feel gratitude and prayers are very personal. What I am grateful for may be different from what you are grateful for. So, what opened in me through these chapters will be different for you. So, it becomes very personal. And when you read this with your own connection, it becomes more valuable. And we are only creating an experience for us through these prayers. So, when we read, absorb, and connect, then it becomes more valuable for us. So let these prayers become a mirror for your own journey till now. So we can open the PDF now and we can read it. Shalishti, will you share?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay. Thank you.
So, yeah.
Yeah, fourth day of week 4. This is Speaking Out Universal Truth. The morning and evening prayer today is, Dear God, my Creator, thank you for making me in your image. So when I read this, it has given us options, first of all, to see God as creator, as, whatever we can connect with. We should pause that how these small little details have been taken care of, because some people have expressed that they cannot connect with the word God. So only saying dear God would have been enough. But the word creator has been added very, very consciously over here. And we have already learned that one, we are we have already learned that we are part of that one thought. So that thought where the whole creation came. So when we are in lower mind, we often feel separate from God in very small and subtle ways. We feel limited by what we see, what we experience. And whenever there is a suffering or we are going through a tough situation, mind begins to question that if God is here, then why there is so much suffering? So we may believe in God, but when we are going through some tough situation, then our belief becomes clouded. We keep moving in and out with our love for God. So this constant movement is the movement of lower self. So here, when we remember God as creator, we remember that we are not something outside of creation. We belong to the same creative intelligence from which everything has come. The whole universe has come. So the same intelligence that holds the universe also holds me. And the same love that moves through the creation is also present in me. So that connection we have to develop while reading the prayers. So this one word only, the creator, it just brings us in a oneness state, right? So it starts like, thank you for making me in your image. And not only did the creator create me, he also gave me all the God qualities. God is love, so I am also created with love. All the qualities. God is peace, so peace is also seeded within me. So that is my true nature. I am not a limited being. I carry all the qualities of God, and through these qualities I experience creation. So in this chapter, one more important quality was added, that was all-knowing intelligence. God is all-knowing intelligence, and so am I. So in that chapter, if you remember, it said that deep within us is the seed of everything there is to know everything about creation, all arts, all sciences, all the past and all the future. And we have this information by virtue of our link with one great cosmic computer. Now, when we read this for the first time, it can sound very, very big and very fancy to the ordinary mind. And the ordinary mind may also question that how can I know all arts, all sciences, the past and future? I don't even know what is going to happen tomorrow. So here the chapter is not speaking of the ordinary thinking mind. The ordinary mind is always busy collecting facts. And by that collection of facts, it assumes that it knows everything. But it's talking about that aspect of higher self, which is connected to the source from which all the knowledge arises. So all knowledge does not mean that we mentally know everything, every formula, every event, every skill. It means that deep within us, the seed of knowing is already present, and the right knowledge can unfold at the right time whenever we are connected, whenever we are aligned with our higher self. And you see that in babies and little children, you can see that they may not have all the intellectual knowledge about anything, but they are very curious to know things. One if you see, one child hears rhythm and they begin to move. Another child will see color and wants to draw. Another child will open a toy and they want to see how it works. And some children, like my son, he always kept talking about stars, nature, machines, and seeing patterns. It just came to him. So, and some children are always inclined towards prayer, silence, devotional kind of attitude. So they don't know anything intellectually, but they are just in their heart space and they are drawn to such things automatically. From that all knowing intelligence, they are working. So no one has formally taught the child yet, but something in the child is already responding. So some aspect of creation is already awake as a seed within that child. And as it only needs the correct environment to reap the benefit of that all knowing intelligence. And today I was thinking about this and how to, understand this all knowing intelligence, because just to make this concept more easier to understand, that in a simple space like kitchen, we can see that all maths, all arts, all past and future comes together. How? Because when you step into the kitchen to cook something for the first time, you may not know everything perfectly, but through that experience of cooking, knowledge begins to unfold. You observe the heat, you observe the texture, you observe the smell, the timing, the proportion, everything, and also the result. So everything is unfolding. So the first, whenever you try cooking or something, it gives you the information, and that the next time when you do it, that information becomes your wisdom. You remember what worked, what did not work last time, where the heat was too high, where it needed more moisture, and where something needed more time. So the past becomes our learning, and based on that, in the present moment, we are more attentive, and we can see that yes, something good is going to come out. So if you see these simple things, that's how we can see how all this all knowing comes together. So in everyday life, any such uh, not only kitchen but anything can give you that experience, and this wisdom is not only coming from this life but from many lives. We can draw that wisdom. We know once we are in the flow, the right wisdom comes at the right time. So, in life, also, every experience gives us knowledge. And if we just step back and observe without any guilt or blame, then our experience becomes wisdom. And higher self helps us to use that wisdom for right action next time, right understanding next time, and greater enjoyment of life. So, on the other hand, if something goes wrong in the kitchen, if something had gone wrong in the kitchen, the lower self may immediately make a conclusion based on what went wrong and probably arrive at a conclusion that I am not made for this, I'm a mess in the kitchen, or I should not try this again. So, in that moment, lower self may turn that experience into an identity that I am not made for it, I am not good at cooking. So it completely shuts down the possibility of learning and gaining more wisdom from the, being in the kitchen. But higher self always sees the experience differently. So the same event can become a limitation or wisdom. So now this this is how the next line is. Thank you for giving me for my use and enjoyment all the knowledge of creation. So this is how the last example that I stated was just to see how this knowledge of creation becomes available for our use and enjoyment, not just information, but as practical wisdom that we can live, learn, we can create, we can enjoy life with more awareness by being more present in the moment. And we can now see that higher self will not never give big spiritual messages. It is going to help you uh, see your own life, in a more positive way, and knowledge will unfold slowly as you trust that intelligence more. So here it is saying, give me today all the knowledge I need and desire for a happy and fulfilled day. So this is how in the last when we learned about getting the universal truth, we are not asking for unnecessary information, we are not asking for any future prediction, we are not asking for any kind of prophecy. This is written also as an example that higher self does not give you all this. We are asking for the right knowledge for today. And what do I need to know today to act with love, to be more peaceful? That is the knowing that we ask for. So these knowings help you in the day to return to heart again and again. And when you act from this place of knowing, then to err is not human. So it does not mean that we should feel guilty for mistakes. We should not identify ourselves with the guilt, pain, resentment in an experience. We see it as a learning and move forward. So this is the reason why the chapter said that to err is not human. Error is not our true nature. Error happens when we act from that lower self perception. And whenever we are connected and guided by higher selves, that perception is more clear, and then right action is possible. So it helps me to enjoy my day-to-day life. And universal truths can be uh, very simple. The like, for example, God is love, or I am love, something like that, or whatever happens for the for the best. Sometimes we get these thoughts like a quote kind of thing. So we have to see that universal truth will not feel like fear, confusion, prediction. It will always be very, very simple. And when we apply this truth, then when we see change, then we see the changes that happens in our life. And this word, like universal truth, it has two words. And universal, we all know it means that it will not only be for my personal story, fear, desire, or situation, but it will be applicable to anyone or everyone, apply in any time also, at any time also. And truth means it will not come from fear, confusion, any kind of doubt or imagination. So the truth part is also important, because that truth part is going to bring us back to our real nature. So now we'll come read the practice. Begin your 15-minute quiet period by clearing your aura of any uninvited influences. Then recognize some of the God's qualities and unify with them by claiming them for yourself. This we have already been doing. We are quite now settled with that practice. Then during the quiet period, feel the love as you focus in your heart. Speak out quietly. The thoughts you hear that you now recognize by tuning into your higher self. So this was the exercise we did that week, and when we review, we do this practice again. As you go about your day, think of the truth that is communicated to you in your quiet period. Determine its relevance to your life. This evening, as you are going to sleep, transmit love energy to whoever or whatever comes to your mind. So now we know how to go about it, how to use that truth in our life. And whenever we sleep, we do with this bedtime practice. Then we come to the understanding of the 5th week, where week 4 taught us to receive the truth, and week 5 is giving us a tool to protect our truth. So it says, Dear God, begin and end this day with a prayer. Dear God, Heavenly Father, my Creator, thank you for keeping me clear of any negativity, illusion, or untruth. So, negativity, illusion, and untruth, now we are getting clear that it can come in many forms. Sometimes it may be our own fear, our own stress, our own tiredness, and sometimes it may be something we have absorbed from an environment, a person, a crowded space. So that can also become an uninvited influences. So in this chapter, it gave us examples to understand what an uninvited influence may feel like. So it gave those examples that you may show up waking up, you may show up waking up as an exhausted person even after proper sleep. You get disturbed by any small provocation, and sudden shifting from happiness to irritation, and suddenly blowing up at a loved one, fantasizing something that is strange, right? So becoming afraid of that we are not normally afraid of. These kind of examples were given, that when something is feeling that sudden, then it is not our natural state. We have moved from that connection with higher self. But the chapter also clearly said that not all fear, anger, and behavior and these exhaustion kind of thoughts are caused by uninvited influences. Sometimes it may be our own stress, our own imagination, our own illusion that needs healing. So, in the chapter, we were asked to observe deeper in terms of thought forms. We were given this word as thought forms, and we were told that not just label everything quickly as an uninvited influence. Observe what you are carrying in your own field and what you have allowed in this field, unconsciously, consciously, you have allowed in your field. So in this chapter, it told us to be, whenever we go in crowd, we should be aware, what is happening. So as we all know that we are energy beings and we are constantly interacting. So whenever we are in any kind of crowd, our field gets affected more easily. If we are not centered, if we are not aligned, we will absorb the energy from outside. But that is one situation when we go into a crowd. But in this chapter, it has given that these situations that happen at home, you are blowing up at a loved one, you just woke up from sleep, you are thinking about strange thoughts. These sudden changes happen when you are not outside. That means I'm already having something in my field. It could be those feelings of lack, it could be those feelings of loneliness, which now we are learning through chapter 7, corrected thoughts. We are identifying those things which already exist in our field. So in this chapter, we also learned a very compassionate way to look at all the uninvited influences. It told us not to look at them from hatred, fear, or superiority. They too are creations of God, just like we are. And it reminded us that they are caught in some sort of illusion. And if in another lifetime we died in confusion or fear and refused to move to a perfect place, we could have hung around and influenced others through our fear of negativity. So we do not judge these influences, they are just not in the body, but they are present and they are looking for love. So because that's they want to return to their original state, but they are lost. So we were asked to remain aware, center in our heart, clear our aura, and close our aura. So this responsibility we were handed over to protect the true nature, and also we were asked to get a clear signal from higher self for an uninvited influence. So we should understand that we are not clearing and closing the aura because we are afraid of people, or we are crowds, or going out in crowd, or energies. We are not cutting everybody off. We are doing it for the love of our higher self, just like we do certain things with care for someone we deeply love. Or if we clean a room before someone dear comes in, it is not because we hate dust. It is because we value the presence of that person who is coming in. In the same way, we clear our aura. We are not cutting off the world. We are just creating an inner space where we are connected to the higher self, and then we can interact with the world from that place of love. So the next line here is, thank you for keeping me pure in thought and action. So yeah, this line, when I was reading again, the thought forms thing came in, that all that repetitive thinking that we have of fear, worry, anger, they are not just passing thoughts. When we keep feeding them, they can become thought forms and be in our field. So, and they keep influencing our state again and again. So we learned, get a clear signal of uninvited influence from our higher self in a quiet period, and also healing those thought forms. I send love and light to any thought forms around me. So when all this is cleared, then I am pure in my thought and action. Right? So the following line is, thank you for setting up a clear warning for me when my sovereignty is clouded. And this is about the signal that we get from higher self. We have clear signal that takes our attention, any sensation, any heaviness, any discomfort, or any feeling which is not even unpleasant, but it is there. So sometimes, like for example, before anger fully comes in, we already get a signal. Body tightens, the breath changes, the face becomes warm. So these kind of small signals, signs should not be ignored. They are just warnings from the higher self that, okay, you are crossing the line now. So we should see that if there are some worries in the mind, before it turns into anger and affect the people around us, we just take a step back and clear and close our aura. So it helps us to catch our state early. So we are not helpless. We have a inner warning system already. Then the next following line is, be with me and help me to step beyond influences that make me angry, irritable, fearful, and exhausted. So this line shows us that what happens when our sovereignty gets clouded. We may not always feel peaceful. We may not be loving to everyone around us. We may suddenly get angry, irritated. So here in this chapter, we were not asked to suppress our states, but to recognize them as signal. So if something like anger or exhaustion comes, I'm not pushing it away. And neither am I blaming someone else or myself. I just acknowledge, okay, something in my field is disturbed, something in me is getting activated. So from there, it will have a more neutral view about the situation. And then we can see, if now that we have seen our thoughts, we have read that in week 7 about our thought patterns, then we can investigate further. And this deeper work of correcting thoughts will be done in part 2 even more. So we will understand the relation to this aura cleaning process more. And this line is very beautiful: to step beyond influences. So I have to see what is happening inside me. I have to see what patterns are getting activated. So we cannot step beyond by force. We need the support of our higher self. And step beyond will only happen, it is a process. It will only happen if I recognize the state, I understand it, I heal it, and I stop being controlled by my old patterns. And we have a lot of work in part 2 to step beyond these influences which are controlling our life. Then we move on to the exercise. Today, begin your quiet period in the same way that is a well-established habit by now. Clear your aura of uninvited influences and unify with God's qualities. This quiet period is devoted to feeling once again the clear signal that you will receive when there is an uninvited influence. Ask for the signal. Now, please give me my signal for uninvited influences. So, the practice till this step is the same, that we clear and clean our aura, we connect with higher self, and we get the higher self signal, and then we ask for the signal of uninvited influences. When it comes, say the words that heal the influence, being sure to include sending love and light to any thought forms around you. So we recognize the signal, we again use those aura cleaning words, and we also include this line of sending love and light to thought forms around us. We are already quite acquainted with this practice till now. Then repeat until you feel quite comfortable with the signal. Then all day send love to whoever or whatever comes to your mind. Also today, give special attention to closing your aura when you are in crowds, near illness, or around negativity. So this is the special attention part here, given that see your state. Is it still getting affected when you are in crowds, illness, negativity? And then you can also, like, you can use this aura cleaning tool now with more awareness. So now go to the bedtime practices, go to sleep, unifying with God's qualities. So that is it for the prayers today.
Thank you, Nehaji. It was so nice, deep, I would say. So as I was reading the chapter number 4, and the second paragraph, it says, now you are comfortable with these God qualities where, you are perfect, you are love, and you know everything. It doesn't make you feel conceited or pompous anymore. Right? So it's like you have to be in that perfection to access that all-knowing intelligence. Otherwise, it's not like a kid thing that you go and you learn something and say, yay, and then the next paragraph says that you do have access to the entire past, future, and arts, and anything that you wish to know. So, but you really need to be curious about knowing it. So throughout this journey, as you were explaining with great details of the experiences in the kitchen and day-to-day activity, and so it was like um, any knowledge when it appears, we keep discussing things every day, right? But some days something clicks very beautifully. It's like the day that moment was waiting for that wisdom to just get absorbed. So that is what I was understanding, like how all knowing intelligence is working within us and absorbing wisdom which is there all the time. If I see a light or a fan or a tree or anything for that matter, living, non-living, they are just expressing the intelligence in it, and we can connect to it from that space when I am connected with my own intelligence. So knowing everything, it doesn't mean that I should be knowing every corner of the world and all that piece. And here it is just what adds value to my
My
living
yeah.
and my higher self guidance and all that. So this chapter clarifies very well, and gives us this sarvagya buddhimata, or that all-knowing intelligence, very in a gentle way, where we are first settled in our own perfection, in our own truth, that never changing truth. And then we go and learn these universal truth, and we apply in our day-to-day life for our enjoyment, our abundance, our better quality of life, right? So this was so beautiful. You read it again, and then it will help you solve many of your conflicts as you claim these God qualities. You say it for yourself, but next day you say that, okay, I did mistake, and I learned that air is not human, right? And I should be now all-knowing intelligence. So that won't become a block in that case. So it was beautifully thinking, like, abundance is also the same. You get as much as you need. It's always there. There's no lack, nothing, no less. So same way, wisdom is also all time available. It's right time, right wisdom comes to us, and we are able to grasp it. Otherwise, just flowing unnecessary, um, even beautiful golden coins, they don't help. So these are beautiful connection I felt during the read. Also, chapter number 4 itself, it says that you want to identify that station from where your higher self speaks. Yesterday we did part 3, chapter 3, where we wanted to see that I want to have my higher self signal where I can differentiate the two channels, where from where one is uninvited influences are influencing, and other is our higher self. So we got that signal, and we're continuing that signal. And now here we are differentiating in our own mental chatter, having that safeguard. Now what is within me after clearing my aura is no more influence. It is my own thinking patterns and these higher self messages flowing. So I want to tune into that station. I want to know that station. So this is very basic exercise that we did. And again, in part 2, we will go deeper into this practice. And then in part 3, and these practices will go deeper. But step by step, every chapter, don't think that this chapter is easy, or, this is simplified. Every practice has its own benefit, and it will add value when we go to the next part. So read it with enjoyment, and you will see um, how it feels.
Mm. Good, good, good. Thank you. Thank you, Nehaj. Such a beautiful explanation. It got me thinking on some of the things as usual. So when I listen, then I have the opportunity to go deeper. When I'm explaining, I'm busy explaining. So that's the difference. So when I listen, it's beautiful for me. Today, I felt more clarity on why do you do in this book, why do we even talk about uninvited influences? What was the purpose? And then, you know, in our culture, people, when they are afraid of bhoot and spirits and all, they do Hanuman Chalisa. right? And that is very long. So we have been given a very small Hanuman Chalisa, six sentences, very small version of that. But the what was the intent for talking about it in a book of this nature? The To me, my understanding that I have, I may be wrong. Some of you may not agree with it, but what I uh, understand is that most of us are busy or engaged in outer world, outside. We are constantly looking at where is the problem coming from. Our that instinct, that alert that we have built in from danger. We're continuously looking for where am I being attacked from. And the same thing we do even now. We continue to have the same instinct. So, in order for us to slowly move from outside to inside, this is a transition that okay, from outside, it's not always danger. Think of this outside, and especially the ones which are only your imaginations. Think of them with love. That is also created with love. That was the message embedded in it, right? These six sentences have a beautiful message in it. And that message is they are also creation of love only. So treat them with love. That is the learning from these two chapters, that treat them with love. They are equally a creation of the same creator that created you. They are part of the thought. And that is our step one. This is the very basic step for chapter 10. We are now learning to accept what we did not accept so far. Our problem with outer world, why do we have that problem? Why are we alert? Because we don't accept it. Every danger we consider a danger, that means I don't like it. So we are not accepting it. Here we are learning to accept which apparently seems to be danger or not acceptable. It's all apparently. It's only in my thinking. And that thinking is what I'm trying to learn to correct. So these are a very initial fundamental steps towards beginning to accept. Now you have a new point of view about the same Bhoot Pishach. Now you are not fighting with Hanumanji on your side with a danda. Okay? You are not fighting them anymore. You are accepting them with love because they too are creations of love. And they are just lost. That shift is to bring in acceptance. So this, when you think about it, the implication of this learning is that in the days to come, we will start to accept everything we labeled negative. We have labeled so many things as negative. That's our labeling. But now we have to learn to even give love to those things which we have labeled negative. We have labeled difficult. That is what opened up within me today, that the very purpose of uninvited influence, the talk of uninvited influence is basically, and the funny thing is, my observation in the last 3 years is that participants are really attracted towards that. On YouTube, everybody wants that to listen
Aura
to
cleaning.
that aura cleaning, aura cleaning, aura. My God, people are so engaged. Why? Because they are all engaged in danger from outside. That the very primal instinct that human beings have when we lived on trees.
Can I share this aura cleaning affirmation, sir?
Hmm.
That's a common question every time we ask.
I want to teach it to my children. I want to. You get the point, right? They are very
Me.
the fear. The
Fear.
fear inside. We have fear, and he is now very systematically, very quietly introducing something to overcome the fear. Now replace the fear with love. As simple, very simple concept. And then we will build on it as we go further. But I'm just bringing your awareness to the purpose of all this. We have learned such a beautiful concept here in the first 7 chapters. The foundation for growing further is right here. That's the beauty of these first 7 chapters.
Even these practices, they make it, experiential. It's not a bookish concept. Okay, this, if I don't like it, man, I don't like it. What can I do about it? I don't like it. I still don't like it. And then I resist and it persists. That resistance we will break in part two. But first, I want to list all that I resist here.
Yeah.
Right? So the last line of the prayer from week 5, that which says that, be with me and help me um, to step beyond influences that make me angry, irritable, fearful, and exhausted. These are the nature of those influences we are talking about. So these are the uninvited influences. I love the way Nehaji said, okay, step beyond influences. It is like I am going a one level up, just living without influence is me, is my expression. Whatever it is perfect. Where I have something missing, something not, something present, so those love, good qualities and whatever negative influences, but
Yes.
still something that is from outside, help me guide to live beyond that. So it was so touching, and indirectly, in my notes book mein, I the chapter where it says dealing with uninvited influences, I noted fear of unknown, anger, resentment, fatigue, all that. And now I read this paragraph, last line, I just underlined these things like, take me, help me from, move it from these states. So these are the uninvited influences that we experience. We definitely read it as, those lost people or dead people there around us, or the spiritual world around us influencing us. But these are the things that we are dealing, basically, that we feel fatigued all of a sudden, we feel irritated, we feel tired, angry, and all that. So it's a beautiful, powerful tool, definitely, and it just helps us to center. Sometimes I do clean my aura, and then I feel more of that negative signal, that uninvited signal in the body. So do it again and again and again, and then it tells us what it takes to come to the center when there's something going on outside. Wonderful, Nehaji. Your
Thank you.
added detailed explanation is always, always, always beautiful and insightful.
Thank you. It is, it
Thank you.
opens for me as well in a very, unfolds that way. Yeah. So it is very exciting to read it again and again. And also, because you read it again, you are always churning those ideas wherever you are. You think, okay, this was said. Okay, let me see how I can apply that. Okay. So those experiences I try to bring in to just put the perspective, because we think that that first line that we talked about, all knowing intelligence, we think it's something like out there, and it will come to me. Like, so we expect a lot, but actually it's available for us. We just have to live in awareness to experience that thing. So everything is there. Just like I actually I saw like migratory birds today, and I was thinking that who tells them to go from here to there, and just this is the warm period,
We
this is
need
the cold
navigation
period.
map. They
Yeah,
don't think.
navigation map, everything they already know, so they are borrowing that knowledge from the all-knowing intelligence, and we just have to be in complete acceptance of whatever it is. Now we have to be in the now. That's what everybody says,
Present.
in the
Yeah.
present moment. Yeah.
It's so this word perfection, because we've been discussing doing all the prayers at together at once. It helped
Mm.
me look perfection deeply. So this paragraph caught my attention. The second paragraph of week 4, if you read, there it says that you are perfect, and that
Mm.
is the key to open that all-knowing intelligence, where you are not like going high or low, that wholeness,
Mm.
that perfection that you are made with. It's already that, as a knowing, it is inside you. And also understanding, not expectation of what is all knowing intelligence, expecting to know all the sciences and all the arts, not like that. Very simple little things, maybe like a universal truth that can help you make your life better, is what is true knowledge is for you. So take this deeply. It will help a lot in coming chapters also, and throughout your spiritual journey also. It will not get you lost.
Hmm.
It's for our use and enjoyment now.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
Be light and be happy.
That is okay. We have learned here theoretically, yes. Here we have learned, yeah, it is for my enjoyment, but I still don't use it. Let me explain this now. Knowledge is there, right? We know the whole libraries are filled with books of knowledge. Masters have been talking. So much knowledge is there. What is the role of intelligence there? All knowing intelligence. The word intelligence is knowledge is there for everyone. But intelligence is what differentiates people. I use my intelligence, then the knowledge becomes useful for me. If I don't use my intelligence, that knowledge is useless. It's in the book. That intelligence is my ability. And where does it open from? The lock is at the heart. So once you are connected, when you are in your heart, you are connected to your own all-knowing intelligence, the ability. That's what you get from the heart. Knowledge is there. So that once that intelligence is activated, then you can know whatever you want to know. Then you have no possibility of saying, I did a mistake. To err is not human anymore once you are connected to the all-knowing intelligence. So, I mean, many people say, sir, ऊपर से निकल गया. Right? ऊपर से, what does that really mean? I'm only declaring that I don't want to use my ability. That's the declaration. When I want to use my ability, my intelligence, and for that, definitely I have to open up that door. The key is heart center. So this book is giving us that very fundamental ability that we all possess, but we have kept it locked. That differentiates person to person, right? We have locked that ability, limited ourselves to that little level of intelligence that my conscious mind can have. And based on that, I keep living a life in a certain pattern. That's perfectly okay because I may have decided to have those experiences. So there is nothing right or wrong there. All I'm communicating here is that the key is still with us. When we are heart-centered, we have the access to our own ability, which can know everything.
Know your heart and know how much power you have. And that can only happen with this gentle God's pulsation.
Yeah.
It's just a beginning.
Uh,
And then we are trying to live there longer, and
yeah.
know when I'm not there, know when I'm not there. So one of the, initially it is recommended, just clear your aura, 100 times you clear your aura.
Yes.
At one
Yes.
point of time, you will see you don't need to clear your aura often because you are already centered. But then you will see that, okay, there are thinking patterns that something happens and I need to clear the aura. So I start working on that. It becomes a tool. So it evolves in itself. The practice evolves in itself.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. So we begin the practice now? Deep
Yes,
into the practice.
absolutely. I am ready.
Okay. I'm also ready. Everybody's ready. And those who are not ready, get ready. So let's take a minute to settle in and whatever we need to do to make ourselves comfortable, let's do that. And slowly close our eyes gently, bring our attention to this present moment. Maybe the mind is full of thoughts, still trying to comprehend things, understand things logically. So let's just quieten our mind with 3 deep breaths first. Inhale and exhale deeply. Three times at your own pace so that you completely center. In this moment. Just begin to observe your physical body. Feel the weight of the body. Feel your feet, legs, spine, and shoulders. Allow the body to completely relax. And let your breath become very gentle. Just become aware that this body is a beautiful instrument through which we are experiencing this beautiful life. And remember that we are not just the physical body, we are energy beings. And there is a field around us. What we think, we feel, what we carry, what we absorb can affect our state. Let's just feel what we are carrying now. Is there any heaviness, any irritation, any worry that needs love and light, that needs some attention, that needs some care? And remember that we are loving creations of God. And with this feeling of love, we send love to all uninvited influences in our aura first. So just repeat or say quietly within, to all uninvited influences in my aura, I send you love and light. You are whole and healed. Each of you is created as love and light and are still love and light. You have no pain and you are not afraid. So I ask my dearest higher self, take the name, to take you to the perfect place. Each of you go in peace. Let this clearing happen. Feel this shift as you send them with love. There is no fear here. There is only compassion. And now just gently say, I close my aura to all except my higher self. Now feel a wall of protection, of safeguard around you, knowing that you are completely one with God. Feel the love of God within your heart. And become one with this feeling. Claim all your God qualities, one after the other. Claim your true nature by saying, God is love. I am love. God is peace. I am peace. God is light. I am light. God is perfection. I am perfection. God is all-knowing intelligence. I am all-knowing intelligence. They are your own qualities. So accept yourself as being made in the image of God, vibrating with love, peace, abundance at all times. Let this feeling comfort you. Let this feeling bring a gentle smile on your face. And relax as if you have come home. You are no more lost in thoughts. Feel your higher self signal through its presence, a physical sensation, or any feeling that you most relate to. Higher self is always there. That gentle quietness behind my thoughts. That peace behind my thoughts, that love flowing inside me. All divine qualities are present now. In this very moment, I am one with my higher self. Let's connect with this feeling of love and feel these words, these prayers. Dear God, my Creator, thank you for making me in your image. Thank you for giving me for my use and enjoyment all the knowledge of creation. Give me today all the knowledge I need and desire for a happy, fulfilled day. Let these words sink in. You gave me all the qualities. Now please guide me today with a universal truth that will help me live those qualities. Help me live from the heart. As I have come to enjoy this creation. And now ask, dear higher self, reveal to me a universal truth that I need for today. Just sit quietly and listen to your thoughts. See where the mind is coming in, where the guidance is coming in. We may be carrying a lot of mental noise, worries, fears. Some sort of concerns. And this knowledge will help us release those patterns. Sit back and listen to your heart. Say it loud or write it down. Any way you think it will help you to remember this message. Once you have the message, you can say thanks to your higher self. Sometimes, even though we know that love is our true nature, we don't experience our truth. Sometimes wholeness is seeded within us, but we cannot feel whole. We are connected to the all-knowing intelligence. It comes when we are more present. Sometimes our knowing becomes clouded with our own perception, with our own fear, worry, exhaustion, or some influence in our field. As long as we are aware, that means we are connected with our higher self. And it's an alert, it's a loving signal from your higher self that something is present. Let's clear it with love. Just ask your higher self, dear higher self, now please give me a sign of uninvited influence. See what happens in the body, what is going in the mind. The signal will come only if there is an uninvited influence. So if nothing comes now, it is perfectly all right. Once it is there, just clear your aura once again if you have received it. If you haven't, then also it's no harm clearing your aura, closing your aura. Just take a minute to close the aura by yourself. And say at the end, I give love to all thought forms around me. I give light to all thought forms around me. Feel that you are letting go all those thoughts that have held us back from the experience of our whole self. Now say again, I close my aura to all except my higher self. With this, You have safeguarded yourself completely. You have safeguarded your divine qualities. You have safeguarded your true nature. And now feel these words and see what shifts in you as you listen, as you absorb these prayers. Dear God, Heavenly Father, my Creator, thank you for keeping me clear of any negativity, illusion, or untruth. Thank you for keeping me pure in thought and action. Thank you for setting up a clear warning for me when my sovereignty is clouded. Be with me and help me to step beyond influences that make me angry, irritable, fearful, and exhausted. Be with me, my Creator. Be with me to step beyond. I am one with your desire to unite me with all my divine qualities. One happy, fulfilled day adds up and makes a very happy, fulfilled life. Let this love flow from you naturally around. To the Creator, to the creation, this creation, your family, your friends, people you met today, people you met in crowds, all the people who may be struggling without absorbing anything from them. We are simply sending love from our heart. May everyone be whole. Realize their wholeness. May everyone realize they are perfect, they are healed, and they are love. slowly back on awareness of your own breath, your body. Feel your heart. Thank the Creator for bringing us back again and again in peace of love, connecting us together in this sacred moment where all are one. Thank you for the higher self signal. Thank for the guidance you received as universal truth, or you may have received earlier. This feeling of love and peace and clarity remain with us throughout our day for our use and enjoyment. Just again say lovingly, I close my aura or accept my higher self. We come out of the practice, taking our time, absorbing this moment completely. Let's feel our body, feel our toes. And keep both of our palms on top of our eyes. Gently blink and open our eyes behind our palms and come back. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for this whole experience. Thank you for the growth that we all have witnessed together. Thank you so much. Love to all of you, light to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nehaji. Everybody take some time, integrate. As after meditation, I came back to my body. I just had this, my hands feeling full, swelled. So earlier, when I used to meditate longer and I used to have this feeling, that sensation in the body where my arms are feeling heavier and the palms are tight and fluff. So I used to think something wrong is, it's not something right. I mean, I am having some kind of symptom or like that. But as I was going through these unified practices and learning about centering in the heart, what it does, and then I came to know that when you go through that kind of meditation where you feel your arms are heavier, your palms are fluff, they are good sign actually. You have opened your heart so much that the blood is flowing through your arms, and it's a good sign. The healing that you went through, basically. So just thought to share today. Wonderful. I just enjoyed the meditation. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. I always get cold when I'm guiding. Super cold. Yeah.
Yeah. That cold is presence of masters around you. Yeah. We all those who lead sessions, whether they know it or not, they are being guided. They are mostly most of the time they are functioning as an instrument for masters to operate. Most of the time, that's the case. So we are all channels. Lovely.
You.
All right. So after yesterday's practices, what unfolded in your life?
I shared as soon as I opened the session. So that perfection, instead of sending love and light during my bedtime practice, I was just sending their perfection. They are perfect. They are perfect. Even my perception with this deeper practice of forgiveness and all, when things are going wrong or means like some unrest is there around, right? So I see all the creators around me, and I also see what experiences they are creating and what kind of thought pattern each person is having. So that kind of fun I was enjoying seeing that way, instead of thinking that okay, ye nahi sahi hai, this is not right and wrong. I could see how every creator is creating their experience. So that was very much fun. And the second thing also, I felt that the discussion on that me unchanging, it was deep within me, that is like triggering to, I'm very much curious to feel that now. I have understood it now, I want to feel that. So I'm directed in that direction.
This practice has gone too deep. Like in my dream, also, yesterday I was dreaming and I was correcting my thoughts in the dream. I was fixing my patterns in the dream. So that identification was happening. I was aware the whole time. I was saying, oh, okay, this is coming. And I was scolding my son for something in the dream. And then actually I scolded him just before he went to sleep. So that guilt, that mom guilt was I was carrying, and that appeared in the dream. And then I started thinking that okay, we like carry so much guilt unknowingly, that I have not done this thing today, I have not fixed this thing today, I did not go for my walk today, and that unnecessarily builds up and it manifests into a bigger reality. That so I was doing that in the dream. By the way, all this thing came from the dream. So I think the higher self is always active. So in the dream, everybody pay attention. You might find yourself fixing those patterns, seeing those patterns. We will come to the dream chapter later, but it may happen for you also. Yeah.
And people are sharing in the group too, of the sharing was like that on dreams. So that means that whatever we are doing, it is going deeper, right? So it is reflecting that way. We are also understanding the messages, what it is.
Do you want to understand what guilt is? Let's break it down. I love to break down everything. What guilt is. Think about it. Like all of you know it, but you have never broken it down, right? So guilt is always considered as painful experience, not good, right? Think about it now. Where does it come from? What becomes a guilt? I did something. So as a doer, I did something which is not right as per my own definition of right and wrong. So I created guilt actually because my definition of right and wrong, I failed on my own criteria. So I created the criteria first and then failed. And that failing is another very important thing to understand. Why did I do it? Even though I know that this is wrong, but I did it. So where does that doing come from? my subconscious. Of course, there is a pattern there, but it could also be the real you who is not conditioned, who doesn't like the condition, right? And that expression could be your unfolding. So guilt is actually not a bad thing. Guilt is reminding you that you have a criteria which you yourself don't want to follow. It's just a reminder. So don't feel bad about it. Where I want you to think more is there is no need for us to feel bad about it. Consider it to be a message. Everything in my life nowadays has become a message. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter
Yes,
where it
following
comes
it,
from,
I
telling
right?
it.
take it that way only. But like identifying that place where it comes from, that
Ah,
definition I have. So
ah,
that opened in me. So if that was a message for me only, me
ah.
who got there, I could
Mm,
not express it that much. So
correct.
that was the message, that
Mm,
definition. And it was nothing. I think moms have, even if they have to say something, they'll say something. I mean,
ah,
time it is needed, it is needed. So,
That is
so
expression of love.
yeah.
By
And
default, put it there.
the minute my son was absolutely eager, he was like, nothing happened only. For him, it was not a great big thing. For me, it was like he's going to sleep, and then before that, I told him to do so, to sleep, go to bed on time. So my own definition was like that.
ah,
So that's why.
correct. Yeah.
But
Is
the thing that you brought about guilt is it is same about any emotions that we go through and we resist to it. We consider it bad, wrong. But these are the moments when we identify them. These are the moment of transformations.
Mhm.
So just be happy for recognizing them. And the root is what Neha is saying, that I know why it came, from where it came. So that is a uh, deeper understanding or knowing. It needs some kind of investigation. Basically, you need to sit with yourself, centering in the heart, not with the judgmental mind. But these are the moment where we blossom. Next morning you are not the same. Then that acceptance, that openness, that um, bringing everybody together and close. So um, yesterday, for past this week particularly, the kind of discussions we have had, it is so much opening that everything that is happening, it is reminding me, I can share about myself, that I'm seeing how am I how am I a creator, and how I let people around me a co-creator. So how much I'm interfering, how much I am um, seeing as a, this is not right as per my likings. So that is that makes things very easy to see where my thoughts are with God's thought. So am I, then I post a question anytime I see something different. Am I a co-creator? Am I sovereign, or am I a creator, giving that freedom to others to create? So that way, it's a shift. There's no you know outcome known to it, but it's a shift in the thinking, and what it brings to me is that trust in the existence. How easily we all can be free and move together. It's like collaborating in one home, in one place. How things can be much more flexible and easier. So I just loved the notes that I made, that sometimes I saw somebody's doing patience, somebody's mastering his expression, communication. So that kind of thing was coming up. So I'm learning from those experiences. So yes, I'm done.
Also, guilt kind of keeps you in the past. That's also one thing to identify, that we are in the past if we are thinking about something. That brings your attention. Okay, no, nothing. I don't have to overthink it. It's done. Move ahead.
Sorry, Atmabandhan, Preeti ji, Shailesh ji, and Neha ji, and Masters. because I was just thinking, and I've started practicing is instead of going much into detail at the lower self level, if immediately we can go and see how God will think about it. If I'm God and I hold to any of the qualities, say love, how He would have done it. So then a lot of things is taken care of by itself. So I don't have to again go to find out whatever it is. I can just accept it. Because your level of acceptance goes up. Because more we analyze it, the tendency at that level is to put the blame on somebody's door, to push it. Yeah, it happened. I think that will be, it is easily said and done, but not all the time it is happening. But perhaps that will be the best way to move up and then look down and see where it is. So maybe, it will
That
not.
is what is our core practice. That chapter number 1 says, because we did yesterday chapter number 1 revision, right? So it says, in daytime, give yourself, feel that God presence, feel that love, and give that quality to yourself. So it is more encouragement of those qualities that I have and I am. And yesterday it happened that I'm looking with that with two others also, because for me it was second revision on chapter 1 prayers. So it just
Yeah,
went
actually,
deeply. I felt different. I mean,
absolutely. Chapter 1 and the first sentence, if you look at it, every scripture, they have to also, I'm just taking in the language of a common life. If they are trying to sell it, the first thing he is saying, oh, you are so beautiful. So he said, am I? Then you are interested because you want to know about yourself. And you see, Bhagavad Gita, the second chapter, the whole Gita teaching is over in second chapter itself. All others are explanation. Similarly here, the first sentence and the second one, and he has put, the carrot in your front. Oh my God, is it? Let me dive in. Then slowly it unravels, and oh my God, sorry, I will quote now. When Mr. Mahesh Yogi went to the West, then and he was practicing yoga, so he was teaching something which was totally not acceptable in the Indian yoga tradition. So people complained to him, so how can you go and do this? And a person of your stature. And then he said, now I'm giving them what they want. And once they start liking it, then I will sell what I want to sell to them. Exactly the same, the idea, because that is how, like a mother or a guru and looks at it. And he is doing the same thing, Babaji Maharaj. Oh, you are beautiful. Oh, then you go, am I? Let
not
me
just
explore.
beautiful,
Then the drama
more
starts.
beautiful than you can never imagine. Right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
it's a big garden.
Yeah. It's really, really beautiful. Even Satya Sai Baba used to materialize things. So people asked him, why you do this? So he said, yeah, that is my visiting card. Because when somebody comes, he gives his visiting card. This is my visiting card. So that you are attracted, then you will come, then I will teach you what I want to teach you. So beautiful it is. I see the mindset of all this. So beautiful it is.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. These are principles of selling.
Yeah,
Who would know more, Shailesh?
Fundamental principles of selling. This is how it is done, right? So first, how just think about it. I several years ago, I think probably 20 years ago, I used to make this statement very commonly. You can't go and sell pizza in a village in India. Right? Today, see, everybody in the village is pizza and chow mein. The children want chow mein and pizza in the smallest town in India.
Yeah.
See, they have made it possible. Right?
But
This is safe.
But
This is
Shailesh when you are selling something,
uh,
actually you are not selling the product, you are selling yourself.
agreed.
Because you make
Yeah.
yourself acceptable, then you create that want and say that this will fit into it.
Correct.
Actually, you are not selling the product, you are selling yourself. You are making yourself acceptable, your words, your body language, and everything acceptable to your prospect.
Yes. And this is part of our daily living as well, right? In the family, for example, in the family, when there are, let's say, two people, right? And these two people living together, I want the other person to be like how I want them to be, right? What do? I convince them. And convincing is selling,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely, absolutely.
Now, if you apply the principle of Maharshi Mahesh Yogi into this, then your style of convincing will change,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The style
Now,
will
if
change. The principle remains the same.
exactly, now if the wife wants the husband to lose weight, what will she do? She will say, "You are so handsome." That's how she will start, right? She will not simply start accusing, "Why do you keep eating all through the day? Why are you eating burger? Why are you eating this and that?" Instead of taking that approach, use the approach of Maharshi Mahesh Yogi. Start with, "You are so handsome." That's how first bring that person into your party. When the person is in your party, then you can start selling what you want to sell.
No, yeah, absolutely. The way I look at this now, I don't know because I took seventh chapter and it is coming on 7th of July. So you have now, Shailaji, you have killed me because my mind is going on overdrive. 100 times I am changing my thoughts. And there is no line now between now, from first chapter to seventh chapter, which I have not gone 10 times.
This is the experience we have had so far. Like me, Preeti, Nehaji, all the masters, like we have gone through these things because we have to summarize, right? In 2024, we didn't do this summary by all the those who were leading sessions, right? In 2025, this got introduced that the those who are going to conduct this session will also do summary. That changed the whole thing. That's where we learned that summarizing is a very important practice people can do. So in 2025 itself, we started these sessions of revision. We took the break and asked, and many masters participated, and they did really go through the transformation actually during revision period.
But
That's
Shaileji, you have to have patience. You will not stop me midway because I am going to stray quite a lot. Pitiji will close her ears, I know for sure.
don't worry about it. Absolutely no. Everybody will have full freedom. No ifs and buts. You
I
have
am
full
waiting
freedom to
for that,
express. Yeah,
especially
you
for your
can
session,
because
Ajayji.
I personally I believe in this thing. It's not just my saying. I believe that when you speak, you are speaking from the source, right? And this is my opportunity to learn something new, right? So I'm and every person who's going to speak in the sessions, I will be just receiving this way.
You because so sorry because now I will tell whether I in my talk otherwise I wanted to tell this one but it is very interesting. When you also said that, Shaileji, because I write down, no, whoever said what. So I write down, so to catch you.
Mm.
So you cannot say you don't know God, okay? Because if I tell something, Shaileji, this is God, either you will say yes or no. Then how you took a decision that this is yes or no? If you have no prior idea, how you will
Yeah,
take a decision?
correct.
You know, there are two persons who have Jayaji. Please excuse me. Please pardon me. I'll take 2-3 minutes more. So, yeah, two persons have a romanticized spiritualism. One is Yogananji by his book Autobiography of a Yogi, and another is Swami Rama, living with Himalayan masters. If you can get that book, please read it. It's never romanticized. You first page, last page, and the ways I'm taking sorry because it's a little irrelevant, but then it will be very interesting to know. So Swami Rama was adopted by a Himalayan saint. So he got a dream that he should have a child. So he thought, what is this? So then he saw an old couple. So they are childless. They were looking for a child. So he said, okay, I am blessing you. You will have a child, but when he's 18 months or something, I will take it. So that's how he went. And he was very wild. So whatever it is. Then one day he found out his father and the saint, his adopted father, like, so he has shown the God to somebody, another fellow. He said, how come? I am your son. I am with you. Now I'm 21 years old. And you have not shown me what God is, and you have shown to the other fellows. So he said, but I thought you were not prepared. He said, how come I am not prepared? What qualifications others have and what I don't have? He said, okay, so then they are good. Then he said, okay, now I am going to commit suicide. He said, how you are going to commit suicide? He said, I will jump into the river Ganges. He said, but you know swimming, how you can, if you jump, you will come out. But I will suggest you tie a stone, then you jump. So he was furious. And then when he was totally furious, he said, okay, one thing we'll do tomorrow morning, 4 o'clock, you put on your new clothes and all, and you come, and I will really show you what God is. So whole night, Swami Rama couldn't sleep. At that time, he was a young fellow, very Rajasic person. So he couldn't sleep the whole night. Then he took a bath in that river Ganges, with the very cold, and then put in the clothes, and he came. He was waiting. So his guru came. They put everything. Then he said, do you know what is God? He said, you are going to show me. He said, if I show you something, you will say, no, this is not God. Then how will you know? He said that because knowing you, Swami says, knowing you, I know you will do some trick, I know. He said, then how you will be sure that I am not going to trick you? So first you learn what God is. You are not going to believe me. So that means the thing is, you cannot ask a question if you know you do not know it. You cannot also deny a thing if you do not know it. So that's why the God's thought, when he created that, I will take it up that time. It's very interesting. It's not easy. The way it looks, this is not so easy. It is. It's not so easy. Believe me. Or I am making it complicated.
No, it's not that you are making complicated. You are just clarifying within. You have abundant knowledge within you. You have read so much, you have knowledge. Now you are kind of putting things in place within you. Right? Through this book, all that is happening is you are realigning things within you and bringing it in a certain order to reach a conclusion. At the end, you will reach a conclusion because now everything, all that you have, you're putting things together now. You had a lot of data, right? Now you are going to put everything together and give it the direction, the shape. Then you will eventually see, well, okay, this is the picture.
I will show Achalaji what God is, and will see it then and there, because
Wow.
if it is all pervading and it is eternal,
Uh-huh.
it should be here and now.
Exactly. Yes.
Correct? If it is all
Yeah.
pervading, it is here. If it is
Yeah.
eternal, it should be here now.
Yes. Yes.
And it should also not leave you.
Sorry.
Inside you, around you. Right? We worship the bird tree, the people tree, Shanivar, Ravivar, alag alag, Mangalvar, the Tuesday, Saturday special puja. So we keep doing that, but we forget to look here.
Yeah, absolutely. No, believe me, our scriptures. I'm not very parochial about it. I'm very impartially, I can say it is a sea of wealth. That is one. And second, the definition of God, which I will take up that time, because God's thought, because this starts with the 7 chapters with the God's thought. So I'm going to go there, and you will believe this is the best definition of the Creator in the whole philosophy of the world, and everybody accepted it. Thank you, Jayaji.
I said I'm really waiting for you, and you would remember. I've been telling you, you wait for week 7, and then you will see what will open up. So you are in that.
You will be disappointed. Sunandaji has been disappointed.
I'm not expecting. I know you are swimming. I'm having your enjoyment because I come from the same background. Like especially with creation, I don't know, from childhood only, I had some different perception and understanding, and very curious to know. I think everybody has it, but nobody pursue it. Very limited people pursue it, and especially opening those Upanishads and Vedas, they are far-reaching. Too many,
Yes.
because we can't comprehend, and there is no particular way to learn these days.
Yeah, because it has been quite an consistent effort, and I hats off to Sunanda. Actually, she spots me, she prods me, she everything, whatever is their higher self, she does it in her quiet ways, and yeah, and she tolerates also. So it's good. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. No, but Pritiji, you are pure love, and Shailaji is pure intelligence. So I am loving this. I'm loving this. Believe me.
This is
It's
amazing.
so beautiful, so beautiful. And this satsang, I can assure all the masters, it is some divine presence is there. It's not at the lower level. It is being discussed here.
Yes.
Definitely, I'm pretty sure about it.
Yeah. And it's the purpose of what we are doing as a group will unfold in about 5 years, not very soon. So just know that. All of you know that whether you are here with the group or not, it doesn't matter. In the next 5 years, you will begin to see that this was the preparation for you to be there.
So, Shailesh, that is your responsibility because because if we don't, if the disciple doesn't come to the level of the teacher, a guru, then it is a guru's failure. So it will be your failure and Pritiji's
We are here
failure.
to break all that Guru Shishya Parampara because
Exactly.
everybody is all-knowing intelligence with all access.
Exactly. So,
Yesterday only I was telling there is no less, no more. If our mind think it that way, I've been like struggling to how to make Babaji okay sit comfortably with me and talk like a friend. It's been my journey. Like I still
No,
do that, but
Pritiji, you cannot put Babaji in the front. You have to take the responsibility.
no, I'm not not talking about that I'm doing already, but I'm saying that the difference that mind creates, the Guru
Yes.
and the Bhagwan and
yeah,
that distance, I was trying to yesterday
yeah.
discuss about, and that is only possible when I come to my perfection. Then only I can recognize everybody perfect because equal we cannot say,
Hmm.
but we can definitely recognize the perfection
Yes.
No,
And
if you just look at it, see, Hanumanji went to Lanka, he jumped, correct? And Lord Rama is his master, is the Lord, and he wants a bridge to walk. Can you imagine? So where is the equality there?
they are both perfect in their own place, right? They are so
Absolutely.
what we have done is, in our own perfection, we have given a disclaimer right up front in the beginning of the course that I am not the guru. I am no guru.
No, Shailesh,
We are
with
all
due
reading
respect,
together.
you have all the qualifications and Prithiji also. Believe me. That's.
There is much more to a guru than
Yesterday,
and
I was listening. I mean, I think I have before also listened Osho's talk on Anhadnath. And I was thinking it is about the sound that is Om inside the somebody go to the heart chakra and they hear the sound. I was thinking it is about that, but I got clarified that it is the same Anhadnath what we are calling God's pulsation, God's love. And that is where he's saying that when you hear that, you have activated Guru in you, that you have activated Shiva in you. So your inner
Yeah,
guidance will be there now
yeah.
forever.
Guru is only a reflection of your internal desire to know things. It
Hmm.
comes. It's reflected. It is that same like your uninvited
Hmm.
influences.
Yeah.
You create your enemy. You create your guru. You create your friend.
Yeah.
It's you only, nothing else.
Exactly. So, what this chapter 7 teaches us, everything. Yesterday, I requested Jasmeet ji also to write it down, that sentence, right? The source of all my experience is within me, right? So, when that popular saying, when the student is ready, the guru appears.
Correct.
What does
Absolutely.
that mean really? When the student has a thought to learn, the seeking, the guru will appear. Guru is just a manifestation of this thought,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
right? That seeking will create the manifestation. So the student doesn't realize though that I am the creator of the guru. If you tell the student you are the creator of the guru, they will not agree. But
Because
in
it is,
reality, that's the case.
yeah, it is your perception. Because that's why you just see when Ramakrishna Paramahansa is seeing the Devi.
Hmm.
If a devout Christian, he will see God. What he will see? Maybe a
Hmm.
Jesus or
Yeah,
Mary.
correct.
And somebody there. So what is coming? It's not common. It's what you actually want to perceive. If
Exactly.
Ramana Maharshi will perceive God,
Hmm.
he will
Hmm.
perceive the Lord Shiva or that
Hmm.
fire.
Yes, exactly. So we are the creators, right? So
Yes,
understanding of the guru has to be in that sense, right? My guru
absolutely.
will be tailor-made according to
To
my
my
thought.
desire.
My thought,
Absolutely.
right? This is a connection. So that understanding this book has very quietly passed on to us, very simple sentence. But
Very simple.
when it goes
Yeah.
deep, then you begin to realize, oh God, this is how it is
Oh,
connected with the scriptures. The connection with scriptures is will become apparent once you go deeper, like you are finding now. You are able
yeah.
to see, well, okay, this sentence has got that thing behind it, right?
It,
This is
it,
what,
it's a
yeah.
it is a total furnace. Actually, the simple words, but it is pushing you into the furnace of fire so that
Yeah.
you will come clean.
Yeah. I'll just give you one information. I probably would have shared this earlier, that the author of this book, Roger Lanphier, is a qualified teacher in transcendental meditation.
Ah, okay.
He has gone through a professional course on teaching transcendental meditation, which means what? Who is the originator of transcendental meditation? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. So that knowledge that Maharishi Mahesh Yogi wanted to pass on to the West was
Mm.
passed on through that process. That certification to become a teacher included all the knowledge. So
I
you will
just
see.
thought
uh,
before only you talked about Mahesh Yogi, and I remembered that Roger learned his practices from there only. So
From there,
somehow
yes.
see how we are working in West. Both of us are here only. So
Okay.
it is the guidance of masters, their presence,
Yes.
shaping throughout the time, and also now that his only channel. Roger is one of
Yeah.
his channel, right? So he's bringing this and
Yeah,
this.
absolutely. They
Right.
were avatars. They are like divine. Mahesh Yogi and all. They were
Yes.
absolutely
Correct.
gold. They're pure gold.
Right. So
Thank
that's
you.
how this whole thing is connected. So we are all connected, that connector called love. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ajayji.
Thank you.
Looking forward to your sessions
Yes.
and your preparation. Your preparation.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, Jayaji.
Uh,
Thank you for your patience.
No problem. They said no. When you ask a question and somebody tells you something, you're like, no, it doesn't click with me because the answer is already there within me. And once that clicks, you feel that aha moment. Say, yeah, you said the right thing, so you're my guru. But it's actually my reflection.
Mm.
Then today, um, I noticed my pet was not feeling well, and I took her to the doctor, and the doctor said, "We'll do a few tests." Then she said, "I see 3 tumors in her, and it could be this, it could be that, and we're going to take her in for more biopsy." And so I looked at her and I was like, "If you have a pet, what would you suggest? You have given me 3 options." She said, "I would take the first option." I said, "Okay, then let's go with that." So as I was sitting outside, I just closed my eyes, got into the heart space, and I started talking to her. And I said that you are the perfection that I am. The whole universe is with you. You are part of the universe. Just let it be. You're in good hands. You're in safe hands. Just come. I could feel me coming down, thinking that she is coming down. It's my reflection. I could feel the tension disappear. And normally, when we go to the doctor, she's trembling, scared of what they're going to do. But today she was okay. So I thought it's my reflection that comes into her. So whatever I perceive, whatever I want to see, whatever I manifest, now I can see like everything around me, whether it is good or bad, as the way I think it is. I was like, I created it. So I have the power to change it. And then as it's explained that it's just one thought, again and again that comes that just change your thought. That's all you need to change. And it becomes so much more clear. The things that would bother me before have become so much lighter. And the best change has been my breathing and my sleep. So when I was small, I had asthma and I had 5, 6 pumps around the house. The doctor said you cannot do without the pumps. And because of Ayurveda and satsang, talking to myself, understanding the causes before I would solve the effects. Now I'm working on the causes. So as I sit, the more I center myself in the heart, the better my breathing. The karma. So I did operation some 4 or 5 years ago, but after the operation, still I had the blocked nose all the time. Complete disturbance inside without realizing that it was my beliefs, my pain, my things that I held on to that was causing that. And once I let it go, the breathing became clearer, the chest became clearer. I've thrown away the pumps. I don't know when I took them last. Going to the doctor, it's once in a blue moon, unless it's like during COVID time, I had to go. So the more clarity there is, the smoother it is. And every step of the way, anything that comes,
It's like when you play a game, it's a hurdle to jump over, like Mario game they have, or any other game that the kids play. Just jump over. And then we had taught the kids obstacles. So I told the children to stand in a circle, and I said to one child, go from this side to the other side. So I said, figure it out. So he went from under. Then I made 4 or 5 kids lie down. I said, now go to the other side. He went around them. And then I told him, figure out in different ways. I said, one stand here, one stand there. Find your way. Go over, go under, go above, but find your way. So it's not the same method in every situation, but find your way. It's very much possible. Everything is possible. So the journey has been very beautiful. It is something that continues, and you learn. Yesterday it was that the silver, even if it turns black, it is still silver. So I remember when they said if a guinea or a gold coin falls into the ditch and it's completely covered in dirt, would you still want it? I said, yes, because it's valuable. I said, or you crush a note, $100 note, would you still want it? It's crushed. Yes, but the value is there. So we are actually gold coins. We are actually that pure silver, just covered up with a little bit of extra dirt that just needs cleansing. So, and then the thing of you don't need to forgive. That's beautiful. That's when also when I was talking to my pet, I was like, you are perfection. I am perfection. Everything around you is perfection. So it was just reminding myself of what I have, and it was just coming out. Like you put it into the computer, and then you look for the file, or you look for the and it comes out.
Yes.
Yeah.
This example of the coin being in the dirt is very good, right? So if you remember your childhood, you wanted to play out in the rain. You wanted to be in that puddle of water. You wanted to play with it, right? At that time, the dirt didn't feel like dirt, right? You wanted to put on that dirt, enjoy it, just the smell of it and that fun that it gave me, right? I've always wanted to do that. But as I started growing, I started realizing that I need to now be different, right? I don't need that dirt enjoyment anymore. Some people, even when they grow, even after they have grown up, they play with dirt bikes and stuff like that, right? So it is our choice. If we want to remain in the dirt, we can remain. But when we begin to grow, right? When we begin to grow, the dirt begins to fall off. And our real silver starts to come out. The real value will begin to start show. Our light starts to show. That is what our journey is as a human being. This is our journey. We first put on the dirt, then play with it, enjoy it as long as we want to, then start waking up. Well, okay, now the game is over. I don't want to play anymore. And then the process starts. So the process we are now doing is the dirt had its own place. It had its own meaning. It gave me the enjoyment experience that I wanted. So nothing is wrong in this whole picture. That's the ultimate conclusion that we all have to come to. In this whole picture, actually nothing is wrong. Everything is there for a reason, for a purpose. And those who want to enjoy it will go and enjoy it. And those who have started growing up, well, okay, I don't find fun in it anymore. Let me go the other way. They start going away. That's this whole process. It's not that they are trying to run away or avoid or judge or anything, none of those things. As we become mature, the things begin to fall off automatically. Yeah.
This
Also,
is pure knowledge, satsang,
Hmm.
pure wisdom. you know. So it's just a reminder, many of us are stuck in our life's problem trying to find this solution very badly, deeply. I want to resolve. But by in that high, we only create that problem bigger. We make that problem bigger. The problem only intensify. So having this satsangs and understanding and the point of from where we are going to solve the problem here with the understanding of unified is the whole creation itself. So this is the time to think, to allow yourself to explore. Um, what do you think about what you read so far, especially week 6 and 7? Do as much reflection as you can. It will take you to the feeling center. It will take you to the heart. You will find many blocks making you feel heavy, that you are not able to feel your heart or that pulsation or whatever it is, that missing of higher self presence. How can I step back and look my thoughts, just like being a non-judgmental? How can I do that? So these are the chapters that will help you open up, and we'll do the gratitude tomorrow. So if you want, you can come prepared, read it once, and then come here. You'll see how it opens up a new understanding when we discuss further. Sorry, Jayaji, you were saying something more.
Yeah, I said life is a tragedy for those who feel. Life is a drama for those who see. So when you become the observer, the life becomes so much lighter. Those who get involved. So every time I'm going to get involved, it just reminds me again, come back. Again, I watch. So that's very helpful. Then that day I was just sitting and realizing when I was small, after my dad passed away, we used to get a lot of shouting and beating from my family members at home. And my mom could not say anything at that time. So when we separated, Satsang worked so hard on me to explain to me that if you don't let go, you are building your karma with them. You want them to come back in the next life and the next life and the next life. I said no. Then what you do is bless them. Set them free from your mind because you are holding on to them. They have moved on. You're the one holding on. So to be able to let go of something that I was holding on to is so magical. The feeling is so, it's like freedom. The feeling is like, so this forgiveness chapter is so beautiful when you realize that they came because you asked them to come. It changes the dynamics of the situation completely. And so to be able to let go and smile about it and watch it, it's a beautiful feeling. I think you're enveloped in love. You cannot let go of something until you get something higher. So when you get something higher, like when I was little, we had a lot of this earrings and chains and bangles. That's artificial jewelry. So I brought it all with me. And when I got the real one, the artificial just dropped off somewhere along the way. So this is like quality depends on the topic that we talk about. It's just completely a different level. So then whatever is like I remember last year they said whatever is unnecessary will fall off from your aura as your aura builds up, as it strengthens. And so there was a lot of negativity which suddenly just walked away. And I thought, oh, now I understand what that means. So just focus on building your aura and everything else will just flow, into where it has to be.
Automatically. That is important. Automatically. You don't have to do anything. We don't have to force anything. Everything is automated, the whole process. Oh my God. Yes. So when real experiences start coming, the artificial ones begin to drop. Artificial ones are our creations.
Drama acting.
Yes, right. So those begin to drop automatically. That's the learning. And this is real practical learning that I have gone through personally, right? I also shared yesterday, like how I felt with my daughter and my son. These are all the things. When you realize, you begin to change, and when you change, everything starts becoming okay. Automatically, I didn't have to utter a word, right? That's because I felt that I am judged, right?
Mm.
That I am judged. Once that thing got dropped, my entire system of judgment dropped.
Mm.
That's the beauty of this course. I learned so much from the being in the heart space thing. Very important. Yeah.
And then Ajayji said that I look at things from God's level. What would God do? So when
Yeah.
we were little, we had satsang just close to the house, just behind the house. So
Yeah.
anytime anyone would walk in,
Hmm.
and so a lot of the times, me and my sister used to do masti. We'd be yelling at each other, or just for the fun of it, to take something from the person and then run away with it. And then somebody would ring the bell, and there would be complete silence. So at that time, my mom told me, so that means you feel Guru is not there everywhere. They're only sitting in satsang. That's why you can misbehave. And if they were standing there, how would you have dealt with it? How would you have behaved? So it would have been a completely different experience. So is that every time you think, how would God deal with it? If I am God's and I am the thought and it has been created and everything changes. So that was very nice. It just reminded me of home.
Yes. Yeah. And this starts improving. This experience starts improving when we begin to accept that I am made in the image of God.
Mm.
So, and I have all the qualities. That acceptance takes a very long time, right? It takes a long time for us to change. Why? Because the whole life we have been conditioned, and that conditioning has gone deep inside me. It's in my belief system now. And when it is in my belief system, uprooting something from belief system is a very systematic and elaborate process, right? So that change takes time. But if you follow the process, the change happens automatically. Yeah. That's the beauty of this whole thing. So, like you mentioned, that if I want to get rid of an addiction, I have to have a bigger addiction. When you have bigger addiction, your lower addictions will all follow. Yeah.
And our addiction never makes us weak. It allow us to go explore something else. You see,
Ah,
you will be more passionate about exploring something different.
something different. Yeah.
So that is what I said when I said, like, okay, now I see I am a creator, especially with week 7. And how am I creating co-creators around me? How am I creating sovereign? How am I giving sovereignty to others? Right. So
Yeah.
that is a big shift. I'm like creating experiences through those thought. And like anytime you have thought and you're just trying to understand, many thoughts are for clarity, right? Then you just after like that flow is gone, then you just absorb it, catch it. In that process, was there a God quality? So that kind of reflection, we don't know what kind of thought was it. In my perception, it is right, it is good, but did it reflect any of the God quality? What did you learn from it? So it's kind of like pauses after an hour or so and thinking, looking back what I was doing. It was like something different started flowing yesterday.
Beautiful. Preeti, there is a question from Bhavnaji in the chat. Would you want to address it?
I
Oh,
said before she asked, before she asked, I got this message. So I said that if we keep looking at the problem one by one, you solve one, and there will be another. Then you solve one, then there will be another. And the problem is in our own expectations. If we keep listening these 3 hours of sessions, everybody who is attending Hindi and English, especially in both languages, our subconscious has no space. It has to listen and grasp what is being said, what other people are experiencing, what am I not experiencing, because what I'm not doing.
also, we have to understand that if it is not happening, that is not wrong either. If I am not able to overcome, that's okay. Accept it. Because my experience is not over yet. I have to first complete my experience. Then only I can get out of it. Right? First, the experience needs to be done. So even the thing that you want to change and it is not changing, then be gentle to it. Be accepting to it. Okay, fine. There is more coming my way. I have to experience it. Let me go through it. Okay? When you accept it, you will be amazed at what happens.
And the
Hmm?
problem is only in our expectation
Don't
that things
blame
will
yourself.
change.
Don't blame yourself. Oh, I am not able to overcome. Everybody is doing so well. Everybody is different. You are different. You are a sacred, unique creation of the divine. You are not less in any way from anyone. Trust that. And when you start trusting yourself, you will know that, okay, my experience, I have got this experience. I wanted it. I'm having it. Let me first of all go through it. Let me go deep into it. Get the maximum. Saturate yourself with it. Once you are done with it, it will vanish by itself.
What I wanted to bring her awareness to, is my expectation to change others. And we have been talking about it for so long. We don't send love and light for somebody to change.
Hmm.
If the practice is authentic, it will work. Practice is at one place. If I'm doing it right, it is at one place. But if I'm holding something, the moment I'm holding something in my head, I'm not in my heart. If I'm thinking that somebody should change when I send love and light, and somebody should work according to me, think according to me, in my goods and bads list, whatever I have, then it's the whole purpose is a failure. If there is no problem, we would not seek the path. And if we have come to the path, we have not come to solve the problem. Realize this and your problem will be solved.
Yes.
We have not come to the path to solve the problem. We have come to the path where we become grateful for those moments later on, the moment we realize, what am I receiving from this? It is so much, so big that these little cuts and pains, they are nothing. So take your awareness to that knowledge which created everything, and in that creation, everything is perfect. And as God created me, He created everybody and everything. So all the actors and players, they are all God's creation. As perfect, as wonderful people they are. If Babaji comes, and he would not differentiate in me and somebody else who is not practicing any of these, even a criminal. So that is the point of reference. So if you really want to continue, we can only suggest that you do the practice from beginning, but it is up to you. If you do not find your solution here, maybe this is not the right time for you. And go through the experience, as Shailesh is saying. It will teach you something that is waiting for you. And remember, you will remember one day that it was for your highest best. Through
Yeah,
all of the
exactly.
self-reflection, I have not found one finger to point on others. In every self-reflection, I have failed. The problem is in me. That's where I land up. Oh, for all problems, for any issues. So just be sure that you are going to land up there. How long it will take, I don't know. It didn't happen with me in one day or
Don't call it
1
a
year or
problem,
2 years.
though,
It
right?
took
Yeah,
time.
it's not
And
really a
still some
problem.
things are coming up, but I know how to clean it up.
Yeah, but it is not really a problem. It's the
Yeah,
source.
not.
Source is within you. You are the creator. You are the source of your situations around you. Everything. Just know that much, right? That if you have learned this much, many other things will unfold, right? Your experiences, if they have not been completed, they will not, you will not come out of it. How much time it will take will depend on your readiness to change. The decision is still yours. The law of free will is not interfered by even God. You have the free will to stay stuck in whatever you are with. It's up to you. Yeah. But if you want to see, well, is this the only world that this well has, or is there outside the well something more is there? Then you have to jump out of the well, right? Then you can see, oh, I didn't see this much. Once you jump out of the well, you will see what more is there. But as long as you stay inside the well, that will remain your boundary, your world. That's your world. And you have to enjoy it the way it is, right? If it is war every day, every moment, I will keep fighting. Rani of Jhansi, with the sword in my hand, I will keep fighting. Then one day I will realize that I am only throwing my sword in the air. Nothing is happening to anyone. Ah, this is wrong. That realization will say, okay, let me jump out of this well and see what more is there. This is a natural process. Nobody has been left out in that creation. We are part of the same one thought. We are included in that thought that created everything. So don't think that you are being left out. Uh-uh. You have been given full authority. Choose. Now play your game. You are playing it. Enjoy it now. That's my game. I am enjoying it the way I want to play. Just enjoy it. Don't blame yourself, right? You are not wrong anywhere.
Yeah.
You are in total control of who you are and what you are want to experience. So if you start getting this inner desire, well, okay, I want to get out of it, then you will have to jump out of the well. Be prepared. And that will be very uncomfortable. It's going to be a big leap you will have to take. Very uncomfortable. You will have to be ready for it. Okay. And then for that, you have to do the prep, which we have been teaching in this program right from the beginning. Start with meditation. A regular meditation practice builds you. Nature doesn't operate by human clock. Nature has its own time cycle. If you have not, the fruit has not matured, it will not drop from the tree. You have to come to that level of maturity through experience. And one of the experiences that helps us accelerate our maturity is meditation. Regular practice of meditation will help you mature the fruit faster. Like you put a banana in the box of mangoes, they ripen faster. So the same thing.
Which one ripens faster, banana or the mangoes?
The mangoes. I have tried it. I have tried it.
छोड़ते नहीं घुसा देते हैं फटाफट.
This is
But
my latest
today
experience here.
I heard Shaileshi hearing guilt in Bhavna ji's sharing that I've been doing and it's not working, and she is kind of taking that a pressure or a judgment on herself. That was I could hear in Shaileji's talk. But as we've been talking even in today's session, that transformation that we are going through, there are situations and it has to change, and then for that I have to change, and no, without thinking how and what, where, universe knows better than us.
Yes. So
Only I have to come to my alignment, and my alignment is in my heart. Whenever you think you are getting racing thoughts, why they do this and why don't they listen, you just bring here, keep this, keep this hand
it's
here and come here,
yeah.
keep clearing your aura, centering yourself. You do this, and bedtime, do remember them, and then send love and light that you are divine creation of God. I see you from there with all that I have learned in this 7 weeks of practice. It has to be applied, and I've said many, many times, every single word will be our experience from this book.
Yes. So
That is going to be a massive one, massive.
you may have missed our session where Meena ji came to the session. She started with Unified in 2024, and she was exactly where you are today. She was exactly same problem, my daughter. And we started from there, and it has taken her 2 years. Now she is teaching Unified. She translated the book in Punjabi, and she says, I am, and nothing has changed around me, but I am at peace. That's all the difference it makes, right? She has now learned to let go. The key mantra that I gave to her was Pakad Dhili Karo. That was the mantra for her.
Mhm.
Pakad Dhili Karo. Hindi version of let go. So she worked on it. She sincerely worked on it for a year, and she said, nothing is happening, Shailesh ji. I said, continue, just continue. Then she said, okay, I will start translating the book. Maybe I will understand it deeper. I said, perfect, do it. So in the process of translation, she actually went through a major change in her knowing of the book. And that's when she started teaching. She started a program on her own in Punjabi.
In
And
1 year.
after 1 year, she started doing that translation, and then started doing it in Punjabi together, and then in Hindi also. So you can see how one develops. The nature guides you through it. She got automatically guided. I didn't push her on anything. I only gave her one mantra. Pakad dhili karo. Pakad dhili karo is the most important thing. That means basically give up your attachments. That's the primary thing. When you give up, you begin to, and then Bhavna ji, you are just only surfacing things. There are many other in the same boat like you only, who are right now sitting there. Jasmeet ji is there, right? Sheelam ji is there. They are all in same boat. You are only speaking out on behalf of them. That's it. But understand that this is a journey. It will take its time. Be patient. Don't be hard on yourself. You are the first one to love is yourself. You, you are no less than anyone else. Mark my words, write it down, put it on the wall. I am unique and special creation of the divine. That's it. It will not change. No one can ever change. Okay? And then everything will go well. Right? Take your time. Be patient with yourself. Take your time. Okay, things are happening. It's happening. Even if it is not happening, say it is happening. Because it is actually happening, you are just not aware. When you set it in motion with your intention, things will happen. In the next part 2, we will actually work on these aspects consciously. We will be working. So be assured
Yeah,
that we
but
will do.
keep doing your practices. I mean, that is, you are not doing it to solve your problem. First, take that out from your head, that
Ah,
you're doing anything to solve your problem. You are
mm,
here to learn about yourself. That's
ah,
the only thing. You want to live a true human life. What am I
mm,
here? Why this suffering is there? If that's an illusion, I want to know what that illusion is. So go through the practice. Don't understand the chapter. How much you understand, that's
mm,
okay. But be strong in your practice as it is suggested, as activity workbook is guiding.
mm,
Do as much, and know, only you can know if you are doing it to your heart, from your heart. This will be in your experience. And once you change here, you see things, you are a magnet, you are doing all the creation. This is the space from where we create. Love is a magnet, it attracts. So we can only limit our experience by thinking this is not happening, that is not happening, but maybe something bigger is waiting for me I'm not able to see. And
mm,
have that faith, that surrenderance, that this beautiful practice has given so much to us that we are sharing. And like me dropping the career, not even thinking once that what I could have gone back to my work if I was not satisfied with this. I'm just enjoying day in and out, working through the chapters, reading, and my own practices, creating music, songs. I never learned any music. As the Monilji shared in Hindi session, I never made cake with icing, frosting. I didn't take any session or classes, and I was selling cakes here in US, vegetarian cake. All those things were happening from inside. So life gave me so many things. Why to cry for one that is not working as per my want? It's my want, but it is perfect the way it is. Have that acceptance, and you will see in every path, every around you, you will see only yourself. All your broken relationship, happy relationship, all your success, failure, there is only your love.
Uh,
You will see yourself.
the important thing, sometimes you feel discouraged or you feel lose your heart. Those kind of things, very natural, very normal. There's nothing abnormal about it, nothing wrong about it. These are ups and downs, right? That's okay. But the very purpose of being in a group is that as part of a group, you have the strength now to help you during the low. When you are in the low, this whole group is there. We are here only for that. That's why we always come to a group. The purpose of a family, what is it? Why does a family stay together? The system, social system, why is it that way? To help people go through ups and downs, right? That's how it is. So we are here. The concept of Sangha that Buddha introduced is this only, that when people who are on the same journey, they come together, they are becoming support for each other in those periods of low. And in the periods of high, they are able to help others. So this way, it's a two-way process. We keep on working together. So
And I guess
whenever you feel
Bhavna ji is
that,
very much consistent. I
hmm,
see her on and off, um, but she is not leaving. She is having hopes.
hmm,
So something, your higher self is giving you something that you are still staying. you know
yeah,
so
hmm,
have that positivity in you that your
yeah,
higher self is
hmm.
keeping you here, and you are allowing your higher self to guide you. But there is something that you are holding tight, that pakadili kar do. So drop all your expectation. You here come here only to experience what the chapter is telling, not to solve any of my problem. But I want to experience love. I want to feel that. I want to feel the entire universe here. The chapter number 2 says, I want to experience how the aura is.
Hmm,
Every little practices that we have been doing become a very, how we study in the classroom. If you have to get a degree, or you have to graduate a level, that kind of seriousness, dedication. And don't think that these 3-hour sessions are um, too much. They are so powerful. I mean, I would just go and listen, and I will shift from lower self to higher self immediately. Any of
hmm,
the thought will get corrected, aligned immediately. So they are powerful sharing, and include it in your daytime. Include anywhere it fits better,
hmm.
and it will help you revive your own thinking. You can only correct yourself. Nobody else can ever correct others.
Good. Excellent. So I just continue to be in practice of what we are learning here. One by one, things will begin to change. On the surface, you may not see the effect right away because this is different from computer. This you are working with nature yourself. When you are working with yourself, you will have to allow the nature to function through you in its own way, right? Nature, there is a solid reason why nature works this way. Nature has its own way of doing things so that we grow in the right way, the way, the intention with which we are created, we should grow that way, right? If I am a mango tree, I cannot be allowed to grow like the coconut tree. I need to grow like the mango tree. Then nature makes sure that I do that. I am made to be the mango tree. So I will have to grow like the mango tree. I can't be a coconut tree. They are two separate entities, right? So I keep my uniqueness and become the mango tree. That's how every one of us will have our own path, our own growth um, structure. So just be assured that you are in total um, care of the nature. Each one of us is, because we are part of that nature which is made of love. Imagine
See how
that
much
nature.
love you are receiving, Bhavna ji. Just now observe
Mm,
this. I have been
mm.
sending you so much, and Shailesh ji is with his words. Did you receive it? So
Yeah, very
if
nice. Thank you so much.
if we are sending you so much love and things, you are not changing, right? You are the where you are there, right? So, but we are still sending love, not expecting for you to change, but just sending you love and light so that you can see your path. One day, someday, you never know those moments, but your higher self and the nature will guide you. Many times I used to think my mother, how can I tell her, oh, what she is doing, what she is thinking is not correct. I was thinking how to fix. And many times I would go and I would try to tell her, I can't say any word. Only one thing comes in my heart, that what I cannot teach, Mother Nature is teaching. And that is the only satisfaction I had, and I step back. I don't have to say here, step back. So, so those, we trust it happens only through my own experience, because I did never listen to anybody. I had to make my path. I had to walk, and that is the journey for everyone. We think that okay, kids have to listen and they have to follow and whatnot, but it's not the same.
So,
We are
Vicky,
all creators.
just one question, actually two. If, one is we should not have any expectations from anyone then.
There is no should. You can if you want.
If
There is no
we
should.
can, right?
It's there is no
So, but
should.
when those expectations are not fulfilled, then it creates disappointment.
Yeah, that's your learning. That is your direct learning. Okay, expectations can cause
Cause and
disappointment. Let's
effect.
learn.
Right?
Huh, that's
Cause,
it.
effect. Cause is expectation. Effect is disappointment. If you
Sometimes,
want
not
to
always.
experience that,
No, disappointment is not always there. Sometimes it is there, right?
yes. But
Hmm.
mostly, I mean, expectations are caused to be the suffering.
Hmm.
And that is where we become controlling and the love loses its sanity, right?
Hmm.
So Shailesh is trying to help us remove shoulds from our life. But there are keys, as a child is learning, we give easier things first. So I say, do not expect. It will create you suffering. It is in a way, it will make me control others. It will make me interfere others' experiences, others' learning, what nature is taking care, what others can learn in simple, easy step. It might get complicated if I interfere.
Hmm.
So that kind of understanding, it will only come through your own experience, what you are going through right now.
Understands expectation, what expectation really means. What it really means is that I want to control an outcome. I
Yeah,
want the
we want a certain person or thing to behave according to our wish.
our wish, right? Not their wish.
Like, yeah, yeah,
Huh?
like how I
So
want.
I'm looking at the mango tree and saying, oh, give me a coconut, give me a coconut. And the mango tree is saying, how can I? I am a mango tree, I can't give you coconut. You are saying, no, give me a coconut. Right? So and eventually I will keep insisting, and ultimately it will say, I can't do anything for you. Then you say, okay, now I learn. Okay, this guy is useless. He cannot give me coconuts. Let me go to the coconut tree. That will give me the coconut. We will learn.
Also,
That's all. So the
yes, sir.
expectation is basically I am trying to control the outcome,
Okay.
which is deadly against Gita. What does Gita tell you?
जो कर्म करते हैं उसका वैसा ही फल होता है.
नहीं, फल की
तो
चिंता नहीं करनी है. कर्म
right,
करते
right.
जाओ,
Yeah. Okay. Simple.
फल जो आएगा जैसा आएगा स्वीकार कर लो। मैंगो के पेड़ में पानी डालोगे तो मैंगो का फल मिलेगा, उसको स्वीकार कर लो, कोकोनट नहीं मिलने वाला वहां।
Also, सर आपने एक सेशन में बताया था क्लियर रिमेम्बर एज यू सो शैल यू रीप। अगर
हम्म
हमें मैंगो ट्री चाहिए तो हमें मैंगो का सीड सो करना पड़ेगा। ओके।
हम्म
सो
हम्म
अभी मेरे जीवन में बबुल का पेड़ आया मींस
हम्म
सम सिचुएशन गिविंग मी पेन।
हम्म।
मैंने तो नहीं वो सीड सो किया था, राइट?
हाँ, ये तो ढूंढना
बबुल
पड़ेगा,
का
अभी अभी आपको नहीं
वो
पता।
लिटिल देयर।
हाँ हाँ, आपने किया है, आपको पता नहीं है बस। बीज तो
ओके।
आपने ही बोया है, ये तो नेचर का लॉ है,
इन
ये चेंज नहीं
इन माय
होता कभी भी।
पास्ट इन माय
आपने कभी,
पास्ट
अच्छा, आपने कभी चेंज होते देखा है, ये बताओ, ऐसा कि बबूल का पेड़ बिना बबूल के बीज के पैदा हो गया हो?
नो
नहीं होता ना। तो यू नो दिस, योर इनर इंटेलिजेंस नोज इट, योर विजडम नोज इट, that without a babul seed, babul tree cannot be created. So now the question is, when and how did I sow that seed is what I want to know. We will know that in part 2. You will know it.
also
No,
sir
and
like
no, one more thing, let me add here. So, what I can tell you from my experience that you said, मैंने तो seed नहीं डाला था. It happens only in a deeper, longer meditation. I mean, what I can say that you consistently practice meditation every day, just for 40 days, and then count your age and that many minutes. You sit and you do a serious meditation the way we practiced in our first 24 days. You do that, you will come to know where you put the seed, when you put
Ah,
that seed. That is the only purpose of meditation, for you to sit, and then you will get many thoughts. Do not complain about those thoughts. Those thought carries, they carry the seeds.
ah. They
So
tell
start
you.
exploring them.
Hmm.
You will come to know who else will do for you. I cannot do for you. Otherwise, I could have done solve कर दो भावना जी का problem. Really, I could have done. But कोई नहीं कर पाया, बुद्धा नहीं कर पाए, कृष्णा नहीं कर पाए. Nobody could do. We have to take responsibility.
also sir is this related to our past karmas like we often hear कि हमने previous birth में किसी को बहुत दिल दुखाया होगा so that person has come in our life now to you know take
आपने
revenge
इस,
types and
अरे पास्ट बर्थ छोड़ दो ना, इसी बर्थ में देख लो, आपको पता चल जाएगा। फॉरगेट द पास्ट बर्थ, इन दिस बर्थ इटसेल्फ लुक एट योर कर्मा।
वो
दिस,
meditation में पता चल जाएगा. You sit with the
हाँ
meditation first
हाँ,
24 days. It's so much relieving, I can tell you.
ऑनेस्टली
इतना
देखना
release
पड़ेगा,
हुआ है.
बस ऑनेस्टली देखना पड़ेगा, राइट? Why do outside, for people from outside, tell when they do something it pinches me? Why? Because from outside they give you the information without bias. When I look at myself, I don't see anything wrong because I'm biased.
yeah.
When somebody else is looking, they have no bias, they are telling you the thing on your face, and that is
Yeah.
being truth. It pinches me because I don't accept it.
Because we think we have done very good karma throughout. I have not done
Ah,
anything wrong. My karma is
exactly.
very good.
हाँ, and apparently, like the story I told you about Raksha में हत्या, we have been doing it. All of us have been
Yeah.
doing it. You have done it to
Yes.
your children.
I could relate to that.
Yes, absolutely. We all have done it. And we don't realize though. We say, no, no, we have been so good to our children. But when the children grow up and give it back to you, then you realize, oh, I did this. Because this is what I'm getting back. I did this. That's why it's coming back to me. इट्स ऑलवेज, बबूल का पेड़ बबूल के बीज से ही होता है, और कोई तरीका ही नहीं।
और यहाँ पे नया जी का सुंदर सा एक लाइन आ गया, टू
हम्म
सॉल्व ऑल द प्रॉब्लम यू कैन चेंज योर एक्सपीरियंसेस विद बबूल ट्री. यू कैन अप्रिशिएट इट्स ब्यूटी कि इतना डेजर्ट में भी, इतना कांटेदार, इतना धूप में ऐसे खड़ा है और फिर भी शेड दे रहा है, यू नो. सो यू कैन चेंज योर एक्सपीरियंस विद बबूल ट्री, बट बबूल ट्री विल नॉट चेंज.
Not change. Correct. Okay. Correct.
आपने बबूल का पेड़ लगाया इसके लिए था, यू प्लांटेड इट, बी जेंटल टू योर सेल्फ, आई प्लांटेड इट फॉर अ रीजन, आई एम नॉट स्टूपिड. I did it for a purpose, and that purpose is now in front of me. Let me make the best use of this opportunity.
Just
This
send love and
is
light to your situation right
another
now
way of
as
looking at it. It is there in your life for your growth. It is not to stop you from anything. Actually, when it is pinching you, you will not sleep,
Mm.
right? And when you are not sleeping, you will do something to come out of it. That is growth. So it is all very well organized. Nature has got such beautiful systems. Amazing. When you begin to look at them without bias, you will know how lovely those systems are. Nature is perfect actually in all its aspects.
in last 2 weeks we have talked about change your alignment and change your problem situation, everything. And the alignment we started with chapter 1, how to be in your heart, how to recognize when you are not in your heart center. These are all discussed and it will help you reflect, okay, where I can work more.
Yeah.
Okay, so go back to the sessions. Abhi, we will be taking a integration break anyhow. We will be doing the revisions. You can take the time benefit that you spend good amount of time listening to everybody's question, everybody's answers, and all the sharings, everything in totality. You will see, you will be resisting to it. You will say, I don't have time. Then you will say, okay, it's very long. Oh, it's not for me. There will be many opposing comments will be, you will hear from inside, and that is where you will find that you are not ready for this yet.
Those opposing comments are from within you only for a reason.
Mm.
Those opposing things are from within you. They are saying, we are not done yet. How are you going away from here? That's what they are reminding you. So stay. Okay, let me
Stay,
take some more
and
time.
that's the
Yeah.
only way. Just stay. Even though you hear them, you stay. You become patient. You, if you feel you are becoming irritated, you take break. You start making note. What are you doing? Are you using your time or wasting your time? Why your mind is saying that you're wasting your time? Kind of this, you know. So
Mm.
anything. I'm giving you all big variety where you can say no to this. I have heard many comments like,
No,
okay,
no,
they
I
do
definitely
3 hour
want
session.
to stay. I definitely want
Uh,
to stay today. My daughter is telling me, why don't you go for therapy sessions? I too have been taking therapy. Chanting and spiritual things से कुछ नहीं होता है. So I don't reply to that. Okay, I'll do.
Yeah. So just know that there is more experience that you need to go through. Allow it to happen. Flow through the experience. The moment you release your hold, the grip, pakad dhili karo, the moment you do that, you will be able to flow and swim through it. And be confident that you are equipped with all the things that you need. You are just not using them. Ah,
I'll do that.
And your
Thank you.
smile is beautiful. So smile with open heart like that.
ah,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
excellent. Thank you. Sunanda ji. Yes.
Sheelam ji is asking, can we go
Mm.
through the activity workbook? This week we don't have much, but yeah, just do it's a one page. We can go through what to do.
You want me to? Okay, I will have to open that one. Okay, let's
Yes,
listen to
Sunanda ji,
Sunanda
please, you
ji.
can
Yeah,
continue.
yeah.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I will
Yeah,
open the book.
I'll take very less time. I don't have to ask anything. Something I just realized that yes, it has been so beautiful. That's what only I want to tell. From the very beginning, Solace, these type of knowledge is so beautiful, so solacing. You won't believe. Like you don't have to rebel against anything. Just learn in what way it is helping. I'm talking about since 2002. I started my spiritual journey with Satya Sai Baba's book. That book was there in our house before also. Whenever Ajay goes to one of his friends' house, they were staunch devotee of Satya Sai Baba. He used to give one book. So it was lying much before. But that day, out of boredom, I picked up that book. Out of boredom. eh. So I liked the book. First, the term I learned free will from that book. I didn't know whatsoever this anything prior to that. My mother used to be very religious. I was not. So I didn't know anything. Free will. Okay. But I did not understand what is that free will, you know. But over a period of 20, 25 years, slowly the growth has happened. And even in between, I have remembered in Ajay's office, you know, so, uh, 10, 15 years back, somebody did something behind his back. He did not know. But somebody came, like the office, you know, what you can say, the office, he was looking after cleaning the office, this, that, you know. So he came and pointed out to him, sir, something is happening behind you, you know. So from that time, I had you know, insecurity if something happens like that. You know, like if theft happens in our house, something like that, you know, how to protect yourself, you know. Then slowly I came to know that no, it won't happen to everyone, you know, unless it is to happen, it doesn't happen. So no need to get scared. Then slowly, our children went away, you know, they grew big, they went away. They won't be there with us during our last, you know, period. I know because they are far away from us, but we understand that and they are happy. We are also happy for them. So that part was also scary in the sense somebody has to go fast out of, you know, spouses, husband or wife, you know. How that life is going to be, you know. Slowly that feeling is also coming because now we are aging. That's the reason. Then again, if nature is in harmony all the time, whatever tsunami happens or flood happens, whatever tornado happens, but nature is in harmony, you know. And in that way, if we are sync with the nature, you know, you will be, you know, that time, no need to have that sort of fear. No, that has entered into my head that no need to get scared of those days. No. So something now I am on the right path. Eh? So something, you know, I am also trying to be in sync with nature. So nature always helps you all the time. All the time, nature helps you. That 100% faith, faith part, even I'm seeing, and from the scripture and whatever we are going through, that message comes. So that way, life becomes so beautiful. Slowly, you know, these are all the tools.
Good.
And just unified, really, you know, variety of things.
I am so excited to see you. Just your expression is so loving. Oh my God, as if like somebody has got a jackpot.
I know you love so much about our children also. I can tell, I will not elaborate. I have learned so much. Recently, my son is the younger one, you know, he's 30, just turned 31. So he came for 15 days in November, and he was to go to India for his friend's marriage. Then the day he is leaving, I said, Asu, please be careful about the water. Huh? He is born outside, so be careful about the water. And then all of a sudden, he snapped. He said, why don't you come with me? Then I could not understand. I said, why? You have to tell me, don't drink this, don't eat that, this. Oh, I heard shock of my life. I said, oh, okay, my son has become big. I need not, I felt a little bit bad, but I learned now not to tell anything. Yeah, because yeah, of course, they are also very capable of doing, you know, taking care of themselves. You know, they have never bothered us. They are very good children. Both are very good children. So from that, I learned that, oh, okay. No need. Now this much also no need. Not that I get,
This much
yeah,
also
for
no
some
need.
I felt bad, but I learned after that. Yeah, no.
And
I can
also
remember Sunanda ji who came
hmm.
initially sharing very limited words and very to the point, and now today she is like, okay, let me tell.
Uh, this is
Oh,
this is so good. Also, we have to remember that our children, when they grow up, the grown-up children, you can call them, they are not just capable of looking after themselves, they are also capable of doing things
yeah,
to experiment and learning from that also. That is their growth. So they, if they do something wrong, so be it, because they are going to learn from it. This is how I learned. Why can't my son learn that way? I also learned only that way. My parents kept telling me, each one of you can relate to it. Parents told you so many things to do, but what you wanted to do, you did it, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and learned from your doing and then validated, yes, my dad was saying this, it was right. I will not do it again. I've done it. Okay, like that we are learning, right? So we are simply validating through our experiences. That's how learning process is. So we can't interfere with the learning process of our children. They will learn that way only.
yeah,
We have to allow them to do. Once we have brought them out of that range that nature decided for us to give protection, there's a range of age till they become self-sufficient. That's it. Once they become self-sufficient, we have no business of protecting them. We can simply be in love. That's it. No protection. They can protect themselves now. That's the meaning of becoming self-sufficient, right? So that's where we have to learn to release, let go. They know how to handle their life. And if they don't know, they will learn. That's it. Same process as I went through, right?
yeah,
The, the funny thing is, this reminds me, yesterday I was thinking about it. We say, well, yesterday, who was that? Nehaji was saying, yeah, my parents don't want me to open the camera, right? Now,
yeah, yeah,
think about how many other things did parents tell her to not do, and she did it.
yeah,
But this is the one she wants to do it, and using the parents as the excuse. You understand what I'm saying? This is how we act. This is the way we look at things. We, we create rules on our own. Right? Parents tell you not to do so many things, but you will pick up, oh, parents have told me not to eat lesan and pyaj, so I will not eat lesan and pyaj. Right? That
yeah,
the ones which I want to catch, I will catch. But that the ones which they have said I want to ignore, I will continue to ignore. The law is always meant to be broken. That is the
yeah,
purpose of
yeah,
law.
yeah.
So,
And even children come to teach you, even from our daughter. We have
yes.
learned so much. She was the same, Shailesh. The
Mm.
way he told, she would not say no to anything, you
Mm.
know, and but she would do whatever
She
she
wanted.
wants to do. We
Mm.
love it. So from that time, no interference.
Exactly.
Ac- we have accepted her 100% from that time onwards.
Yes, yes. So in this group, see, these are such beautiful experiences being shared here by all matured parents about their experiences with children. There is so much to learn for all of us. The moms who are younger should learn from this now that the time to implement change is now. Even when your children are small, start implementing the change now, right? Your protection should be in a limit fashion, and it should start
Yeah,
reducing as they are growing up. Allow them the freedom to use their free
correct. Correct. And this
will.
spiritual path only helps. Nothing else. The
Ah,
spiritual path, yes,
ah,
that
ah.
only helps. You know,
I will.
that
I I can tell you, my son, when he was probably 3 or 4 years old, whenever we had some guest at home, they maybe like my father would come or my uncle would come, they would come. Then we used to just sit for dinner and all that. And before the dinner, we would have some drinks, right? So he he what he used to see, we would be sitting with glasses and there will be a bottle of whiskey, there will be all these things around there. He would bring a glass and sit there. And I never discouraged him. He was just 3 or 4 years, very small. And I never discouraged him. I said, okay, come sit. And I asked him, shall I give you some? He said, no, no, I will get from my mom. So he would go and fill it up with orange juice and come. So one day I said, well, why don't you try from my glass and try it? You may like it. He took the glass to his mouth and the smell itself, he said, no, I can't drink it. I said, okay. And after that, as he was growing, he learned that this makes my father happy. That if I sit but I don't drink that thing from the bottle, it makes my father happy. So he enacted the drama in front of me till he became matured. He learned to act. And then once he became independent, he became a heavy drinker. This is reality I'm telling you. This is my experience. And then he reached the extreme when he had no choice but to quit. Right? Now he is off it and he's working on his health now. He is very regular with his health. Now he is back to his young days in terms of his body. He is now 34 years old. Right? So what I'm saying is, this is what happens. They have to go through their path.
Yes.
And for me, this was a learning. I was kind of removing the inhibition from his mind, thinking that by encouraging him to sit with me and maybe share a drink with me, he will not have that curiosity in his mind that, oh, this must be something wonderful, so I should have it. This is what I used to see young boys in my class and all, very curious about drinking. I was never, because my father did the same to me. I could drink alcohol with him when I was very young. He allowed us to do it. He never restricted us. So for us, it was not a curiosity. But for him, I did the same thing, but he took it in a different way. His path was different, unique. He just did it to please us. See how things change. So now he has gone through his experience and he is done with it. Nowadays, he is absolutely sober for almost now 2 years. He doesn't touch it anymore. Even though when I want to have a beer, he says, I will get you some beer. He doesn't drink even beer. Right? That's the difference. That's the change. Okay? They learn from their experience. They are fully capable machines, just like we are. We have to trust, right? They will do it.
Yeah, yeah. Very good learning. Very good learning. No, but it comes over a period of time. So all of a sudden it doesn't come.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
understanding comes slowly. It comes.
Yes. Yeah. Good. Thank
And
you. Thank you
even
for sharing.
I believe whenever Ishwar, God, wants it, for you to happen, that time it happens. Same way I have seen, everything,
Timing is immaculate. The nature's timing is immaculate. It perfectly times everything, which is not by our clock. It's nature's clock, but the timing is always perfect.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you, Sunandaji. Thank you for sharing the experience. Yes. Anyone else would like to take out from their
Sir,
heart
you
something?
forgot. You have to share that activity workbook.
Oh, sorry. Let me do that. Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. There you go. So the style of activity workbook for this week is different from the way we had it earlier, right? So in this activity workbook, we have day by day. So for day 1, this is what we were supposed to do. Essentially, we have rewritten the prayer from the book. This is the prayer from the book. So as soon as possible, same instruction as it is in the book is there. And then once you have done, uh, as soon as you possible after waking up and again just before going to bed, slowly read and understand this prayer. So basically read the prayer, understanding it in a slow, the way Nehaji
The way
explained,
we
for
have done
example.
it. So
Yeah.
basically, the question here is only what to do.
Hmm.
Is to go over, repeat the chapter and practices,
Hmm.
and the day one practice, whatever it is in the 8th week chapter, you go with that,
Hmm.
and then just write your experience. How did you do today? What did you do today? How did you do your practice? How things you how did you differently experience the things? Week 1 practice, you did it in week 1, and now in 8th week, you're again doing it and reflecting that days with that integration, with that feeling. What different knowing or feeling or experience you had. So just for your open hand, free hand journaling, this place is given. And it's the same for
And
all days.
this is the same structure we have followed for each day. It's the same thing, the same prayer from the book. Read the chapter and practice it. This is all you have to do, morning and evening, twice a day, right? In the morning and at bedtime. This is the simple practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing more for me to show here.
Yeah.
Okay?
The only part was what to do is
Hmm.
only your experience. Just
Yeah,
do
yeah,
some
yeah,
journaling for today, this week.
yeah. In terms of journaling, you can write down how you did, what came to your mind, whatever you felt after the practice is what you can write down here. For your own, pretty much it's your own reference, right? So that you can go back in time and see, well, okay, this is what I went through. Later on, you will be quite different. In the next two parts, you are going to continue to change. And at that time, when you look back at these notes, you will say, oh, I was still learning. Now I know better. Right? That's what will happen. Your own growth. And knowing your own growth is always encouraging. It will encourage you to grow further. So that's what the book is. Any if there is pressure cooker in pressure in somebody's heart, please express it.
No, we have tomorrow also. And then we will go into the revision. So come forward, make yourself available for this. It's a grand opportunity and expression, learning, a lot of learning. What we are practicing is real life things, how we judge ourselves. The mostly that comes, how do I accept myself? Many were sharing that I shared so much on YouTube. Oh my God, everything is recorded. So that is where we are removing those blocks actually.
Uh,
These are
every,
beautiful.
and we don't even know about what we are concerned. That is the funny part in it. But it's okay. Learning is a process
No,
from
so
experience.
these are the lessons we are going through, right? Being non-judgmental. How I'm saying all this and it is recorded. What people will think, what others will think. What if I encounter 2 years later I was in this state? Then I will feel, oh, so much effort I put and see
Yeah.
how I grew. And whatever my problem is a great help to others because I see it and I resolve in myself how things can be experienced differently. It's just by a thought, change your thought and you do that. So I've been um, working in that area for last 2-3 years, and taking unified deeply, so that naturally you keep correcting your thoughts and come to alignment whenever you are not in heart center and all that. That will, and these practices, as you will come, guide, lead, you will see it will embody in you. You will be living these practices easily than what you can do, just by listening. But if you are not sharing, if you are not giving, you won't know what you already have. So take those time and come express.
Also
Even
know that.
leading quiet practice is not like you don't have to do it like we do. You just have to go through the steps as it is written in the activity workbook, or you create your own, or you feel like guiding like flow. Do that also. Experiment.
Yes. Also know that YouTube, something going on YouTube is not forever. YouTube is not permanent. We have to understand this thing. We underlying assumption we all have is that, oh, forever it's going to be there on the wall. Wall itself will not be there. Forget about being on the wall. Nothing is
And so,
permanent.
so that we can also judge ourselves. If I go back and look at 2024 session and say, oh, okay, Preeti, okay. But that doesn't give us that judgment anymore, because this in that what things we have learned, it only shows, okay, this was also perfect and this is also perfect, and this is how perfection is maturing, like expanding, just growing, this much to this much and this much. So everything, it settles down with a lot of acceptance, and we learn to do that with our own sharing.
Good.
So I'm saying that you just don't think that we can't criticize ourselves. If we come to that lower self state, we can criticize ourselves also.
Being aware is important, right? When we are aware, then it's okay. Do whatever you want to do, because that's part of your evolution. You are blooming, becoming yourself. So as part of that, you will do lots of things. Excellent.
Yep.
Good. Thank you.
All right. Thank
So
you
thank
so
you. We'll
much.
get together again tomorrow for the last day of this week. And then after that, we'll go into next week. So in the meantime, I just want to, if any one of you has still been sitting on the fence to present or to lead a practice session, please go ahead and fill up that the spreadsheet. Put your name there. It's okay. In Hindi, actually, now I have so many people there that there are four names against each item there. So I may have to think of some practical solution to that. We'll work on that. It's an ongoing thing, but on the English side, it is still quite scanty. So there is space there for you
They
to.
have put a trap. I will not let Shaileshji go. Monday to Wednesday, Shaileshji is here. So you are in a trap. Love traps.
Yeah. I am always here, so there is no problem. I still have 21 more years to go, so don't worry about it. No.
Not 21. I'm just talking about Nehaji's experience yesterday. She's saying, sir, don't go. What will I do, sir? So I'm saying that there's a trap. I see in the group. They love you so much. They have put their names, like 4 people want to do. Then 4-day session will go.
No. We'll figure it out. So nothing to worry. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll
Okay, thank
come
you.
back
And thanks
tomorrow.
to Nehaji.
Thank
She
you.
left
Thanks,
with a
Suneha.